God damn. You guys can't hear the insanity going on in the background right now. I was going to start us off with a wonderful intro, and all of the discussion in the background is still curses and babies. So, I do have something fun to drink tonight, though. This is called Coconut Phantom Unicorn. What? Coconut Phantom Unicorn. Look at this label. It is a barrel-aged Imperial Stout. It is 13.3%. Let's see how tonight goes. So... all right. Yeah. Yeah, we live in Wisconsin, Drew. We live in a state where drinking is normal. Yeah, they can't hear you guys. So, with that said, I'm going to set our scene. Here, hold on. I feel like I need to redo this because everyone's talking. Hold on. Okay, we're back. So, welcome to Ethauntia Dark Tides, everybody. This is our episode 12, From the Grave. Last time we played, it went pretty well. They didn't die. Nothing horrible happened. But Nora's son came home, which is Kristoff. They found out that Prith is very large and has staked claim to the train, which is the Tide Runner. Everyone's helped kind of build that. On top of all of that, we also learned a while back that the plague doctor that's in town is actually the avatar or the body of Darkane, the Keeper of Nightmares, which is who they've been dealing with this entire season. And that was found out because Lillian Foxglove spread a rumor about the name of the doctor. And that brings us to today. 100% the dandy's doing. But I did something fun. They're doing a dinner party. They've decided they're going to throw a dinner party. It was going to be at the Basil and Beast, but after some conversation, it is now on the luxury car on the train. So all of those lovely cards that have been played to upgrade the luxury car will help with the conversations tonight. But I don't think they're ready for what's about to happen. I did, behind the scenes, before we started, I literally made a dining room table with a bunch of food on it for us to use for tonight's show. So, with that said, cast members, refresh if you need to before we start, because that has the animated stuff on it. You may be having a little bit of problem with it, so you want to refresh that if you need it. And we're going to start with our lovely dinner party. I do have to ask, behind the scenes, Nora, do you need to have a moment with your kid before we do that? Kristoff. That's not a kid, that's a dragon. All right, is anyone else going to be there for this? I don't know, so I'm asking you. All right. No, I know. I was talking in the background. Okay. Right. So, with that said, Kristoff shows up. Kristoff has not been on screen this season yet, right?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah. Do you remember what Kristoff even looks like? It's been so long, in game and out of game.
Last I remember, unless he body hopped, last I remember, he was in the body of like an older man.
He was with a top knot, very almost Geralt looking.
Yeah.
But an abandoned. He's pale. He's got scars along his face. He's escaped the pendulum, which is a hanging prison. Kristoff? No, it's the second one. I think that's how she spells it.
It's the second one.
Oh no, Nora's video went away. Let me do it again. So he shows up. You immediately are excited to see him. He puts his hands and he's like, "Don't hug me." He is filthy from head to toe. He's covered in dirt, grime. There are little chunks of looks like meat on him. And after like a little investigation, it looks like brain matter. And he goes, don't hug me. I'm covered in body parts and pieces. I've been digging through graves throughout Ingrad for the last like 18 months.
Is this something that the Terry and Jin sent you to do?
Fuck no, I don't listen to those two. No, I've been trying to find the body of the person who had you guys locked in nightmares. Apparently he's buried somewhere in Ingrad. So I've went to every graveyard and anything that seemed like a lead in digging up bodies. Come back here, and you guys are finally back. So I have a bunch of notes. But if you're going to go to that party, I highly recommend not going, because I think his avatar or his body of presence that he takes is here. Not knowing that you already have this information.
Yes, it's the doctor. I just flat out just... Cool. We're trying to have a party with him.
18 months wasted.
Well, he might not have actually been the one to originally trap us. I have some things I need to look into, but I can't until a certain study.
Are you going to the party?
That was the intent. We've been given something to help prevent the keeper.
Isn't there a bathhouse on that car?
Yes.
I'm going to the bathhouse. And he grabs a bag he has in the corner of the office and starts making his way towards the bathhouse. I can't remember who made the bathhouse. Whose idea was that?
I think it was Serving Hands, wasn't it?
Was it Serving Hands? In the background, that tracks. Well, here, we'll bring the rest on screen here. We'll go over to the battle cam. Yeah, we'll go to the 5 cam. We're going to be here eventually. I'll put the dinner table up so everybody can see it for now. Sure enough, yeah, he's making his way to the bathhouse. The Tide Runner has people all over it, cleaning it up, getting it set to go, making sure that there is as clean as it can possibly be. And outside is Prith in a human form, and like all nice clothes, like brass accessories everywhere on him. No, clean this, scrub that here. And Omar standing behind him, politely watching, but retelling people what to do after Prith tells him what to do.
Are they not listening to Prith?
I mean, they fake it. They've probably been told to fake it.
Okay.
But they are listening to Omar.
Right, okay.
As you guys make your way towards the bathhouse. The rest of the cast, where would you be the day before as this is all getting set up? As I look up who made the bathhouse.
It's serving hands.
Oh, did you look it up?
No, she just yelled in serving hands. In chat. Mine.
So where would everybody be?
I'd probably be at my shop getting ready.
Are you bringing your 2 students? Whew, this stuff is potent. Just needs to warm up a little bit. That was painful.
Yeah, you know, they deserve a party, an upscale, an intro to the upscale of what we're doing.
So we haven't seen them this year either, have we? I don't think so.
No, if at all, just in passing.
So when you walk into the shop, the place has been cleaned really well. Everything is left in a Vogue-like organization matter. So piles that make sense to you.
How well did they hit that nail on the head?
Extremely well.
Really?
I rolled an 18 on the die. They've got it nailed down to like exactly how it should be. And they even have the nets done right so that when you're doing stuff, reaching up is like a blind grab with all the fishing nets that hold all the extra gear. And they right now are in the middle of milling down staffs.
Okay.
What are the name of your 2 lovely workers? I mean, people that you're helping.
They did such a good job. They're both getting an extra candied rat at Christmas.
Oh, look at you! You get a new pickled rat for Christmas. We don't even have a Christmas holiday. We have to make one.
It's rock salt, but grown off of a rat's corpse.
So like those old crystal gardens?
Yes.
You just floating dead rat body with the crystal garden on top?
And it's right, and it's like it's candy rock salt.
Yeah.
I was gonna go with candied ants or something.
So what is the name of your 2 workers?
Bees, just bees.
Dr. Bees. Kyle Anderson is the director's son.
Yup.
Mr. Anderson.
And he's an expert in the arcane. And then Risden Fallfeather is the other one.
And he's a Spriggan, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
Kyle. So you walk in, they're like, sir, we, during the 18 months that you were gone, we kept running the shop, obviously, and hopefully to your liking, but we've seen you a little bit, but we have a large order for staffs from the Emerald Order and from Thunderstruck Academy that we need to fulfill.
How big?
200.
200?
Yeah. Not magical, just well-crafted raw staffs for students to use to make their staffs.
Oh.
And 10 magical ones as well.
For who?
Well, that's for the Emerald Order. They are working on making staffs made to fetter.
Finally. Someone's following suit. All right.
I have your blueprint for it, sir. They gave me a blueprint. It has your name on it. Although I believe there was another name on here previously, but it's been erased out or at least marked out and your name's on it. I don't know if you made these or not, but it looks like you're taking credit for it, so we just filed suit.
Let me see that.
Okay. So he hands the blueprint over to you. When he hands the blueprint, you can make your roll to figure out if it's actually yours or not. I'm going to ask Lillian, meanwhile, while you're doing that, where are you at during all this? Since, you know, the plague doctor is now your problem.
Oh yeah. One man's problem is a Lillian's future husband. So I think Lillian's going to spend the day primping, and I think she's actually going to go out and get a new outfit to wear to this social event. This is one of the first times that she's been, kind of in control, so to speak.
Sure.
Like being able to go to an event like this, which
Sure.
used to be her thing. So she's going to really lean into that.
Okay, so you're going to go buy a luxury dress? What are you wearing?
Yeah. She is, so normally she wears more of like the two-piece dress sort of deal, but I think she's going to go for something a little bit more extravagant. Maybe instead of like brocade, she's going to actually like look for, like some silks or even like kind of like a thicker, almost taffeta sort of weighted.
How much do you want to spend? I'll tell you what, for every 200 gales you spend, I will give you a +1 to society checks, up to a +4. For this, the dress is specifically for this event. You're buying it for the doctor.
You're only allowed to wear it once.
Yeah, it's a wear it once wedding dress without the wedding.
And it has no pockets.
It has zero pockets.
No pockets.
No.
bullshit.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, sorry.
You're gonna have to.
Cut cash.
If you
Cut
want
cash,
pockets,
cut
that's
cash.
an extra 1,000. No.
She pays the extra 1,000. The pocket's like this big.
Yeah, you can fit a coin in it.
One.
I'm
whole
gonna
coin.
say, let's just do 400.
Okay, so +2 to society checks while you're at this event. It's a very gorgeous dress. I will remind you, with this dress, you cannot wear armor with it.
I don't think I wear armor anyway, so
I don't know. I'm not your character.
I know I'm looking.
She's like, I don't wear. Nope.
She's like, bra,
know your
underwear, armor. Nope, no armor. Don't wear that in this dress. While you're shopping and getting stuff you need, pick your color, pick what it looks like. It probably will come into play during this. Are you buying any accessories that are important for you tonight? Are you buying like hairpins? Are you going to find a way to be able to carry a weapon to this? Or are you just going to rely on magic only?
In terms of that, she always does have her her gun cane with her.
Mm-hmm.
And she does have a dagger. I think that's probably like strapped to like a holster.
A thigh holster or something. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I'm getting flashbacks to the Dragon Age game that Kelly and I played. That's what I'm getting flashbacks to right now.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's very
P.S.
bad,
If you haven't watched Enola Holmes 2 yet on Netflix,
No.
great use of a gun cane.
Yeah, not watching that show. Zero desire. So, anything else you're buying besides that?
Let me see.
Because I have an important follow-up question.
Okay.
Are
I
you
would
meeting
say-
with the doctor at all before the dinner?
I think that we already had plans, and he was very busy and made it clear that he was going to be busy throughout the night.
Not
there.
what I asked you. Are you going to visit the doctor at all? Like to talk to him, bring like a bottle of wine? Are you going to try to like grease the
Recall.
deal at all beforehand by yourself before the party?
I feel like I already did that, and Lillian's confident. She doesn't need to.
Okay.
She doesn't need to check in too much. She'll probably bring. I do think she'll bring a nice tie clip. She'll purchase a tie clip.
Okay.
To
How
bring
nice of a
as a
tie
gift.
clip would you like to purchase?
Oh well, we haven't been together for too long, so I guess it shouldn't be anything. Over the top. I don't want him to
So,
feel
like-
he has to repay me.
Like
anyway,
like
but
20
nice and-
Gale tie clip, like a nice one. Gales, I mean, it's a silver economy, so spending Gales is like buying something nice for somebody.
Yeah,
Okay.
that would be
Right.
about right.
So as you're purchasing this nice tie clip, you can pick what's on it when you give it to him. You can pick that when we do it. I'm going to ask Everston, where are you during all this? The train's getting fixed. You can hear the machine shop, your machine shop not running, but the Voss's place is up and running. There's smoke coming out of the chimneys. And you hear gunfire going on from the bullet parlor since both of the people who run that are back in town. What would Everston be doing?
Everson couldn't give two shits about a dinner party. He's probably just going to go to the his own shop.
Okay.
And tinker for a little bit.
Okay. Are you building anything specific? We had downtime. What did you build during that downtime? Did you make anything?
I made those potions. I learned how to make healing potions.
That's right. You making sure no one ever falls and dies again. Or at least that's the game.
Not on my watch.
All right. So your shop is in okay, repair. You're not here that often. The rack system above that still has some of Thomas' bodies in it, like frames to build a Thomas, are hanging there. And on the workbench, there is a butcher paper wrapped package. It's maybe, I don't know, like 6 inches by 6 inches, perfect square, tied in twine, sitting on the table with no card on it.
That's a cursed doll. I'm gonna leave it there. Not.
You're like, fuck your adventure, Frankhouse.
Well,
Made a
obviously,
butcher
I mean,
cool. I set it on fire.
someone wants my attention, so
It's up to you if you open it or if you're gonna bring it. I mean, literally, if I take us to the map, your shop is just south of Voss's. So here, I'll take us back to the Merrifield map. Boo-doo. Yeah, shrink this down. We have fucking labels and places and everything now. But your shop is here, right? No, opposite. This is yours. This is Voss's, I believe. Correct? 11 was yours, Voss?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, because this was the old carriage house, or the Thomas shop. So literally just south of yours is Voss's if you want to bring it to him, or if you're just like, fuck it, open it on my own, I don't care.
Yeah, some citizen probably had something for me and they left it here.
Okay.
Probably to get fixed.
So as you start cutting it open, tearing it apart, and pull the box open, inside there are blue pieces of stained glass that look like plates stacked, and they look like they are a Gravelighter lantern, like the sides to one.
Oh, that's neat.
No name, no lantern to put them in, but just the sides and the collapsed top and bottom for it. You want to give me a Gravelighter lore?
Sure. I haven't even opened my character in Roll20. That's how enthralled I was with our earlier discussions.
And inside the pocket is a teeny doll. No.
That's right.
No.
It's inside the pocket of the tie clip, because the tie clip comes with 2 pockets.
2 pockets, unlike the dress.
Ooh.
So sorry.
44.
44. These
shy of a
are,
nat 20.
in all of your research and your travels you did last season to learn about all the Gravelighter locations, there are many plans to build yourself, or not yourself, but to build other lanterns. This is one of them that was supposed to be built that was never completed. And it is tied to the elemental plane of time and purgatory. Not elemental, I'm sorry. Elemental plane. Plane of time and purgatory.
Wow.
It's like blues and silvers. Anything you want to do before I transfer over to do Voss to see if he made his roll?
No, I'm going to. Well, now I have a reason to go to that party. I'm going to pick their brains about this thing, this gift that just happened to be here.
Okay.
So I will get ready to go for that.
All right, so you getting dressed for it and getting things ready for tomorrow. Voss, the camera flies back through the city into your place as you're looking over all of the notes and blueprints and writing and stuff like that. What'd you get for your check for craft?
It's craft?
It's craft.
Because I was checking to see who, if this was mine or if, did I make this?
Oh, I thought you
or
were
did
checking to see if it
somebody
was
else
like a copy or anything like that. So otherwise, it is perception.
I mean, so perception, I rolled a 19 on the die, so that's a 41.
If this was made, it's not something you made, and the writing and the styles of it look like your old mentors.
Wow. That's a nat 20 on the crafting. So that's a 47.
This is a copy of your mentor's piece that is time, date, and stamped upon his death to be sent to you.
Okay.
And you want to do with that before we
That's
cut to the bathhouse?
yeah, I'm gonna what is it? This is the fettering staff that they're
Yep.
talking about?
Yep.
What does it do? Like, what are the powers associated
The
with it?
concept behind it is simple. It is a staff of fettering made around what you believe to be base knowledge on how a gravelighter lantern works. And it is made like a crook to carry souls back to either a lantern or to a place to store them. So it's just like a moving repository, like a mini vault.
Huh.
But it has on the bottom of it chalk, salt, and the ability to draw your salt circles using the staff.
Oh, like same thing I did. Okay.
But it's magical.
All right.
You don't have to manually do it. You drop it and set it, and it draws the circle.
Set it and forget it.
Exactly.
Set it and forget it. Okay. I'll tuck that away.
Okay.
Speaking
Well,
of
he's like,
which-
no, leave it here. We're working on these. We're already started crafting them. Don't put it away.
Cool.
This is
Right,
their
no,
job. I mean, their job is to run the shop when you're
Yeah,
not around.
no, absolutely. No, right. Well, there you go. Good. Yeah, that's as you were. Well, actually, gents, I mean, y'all have done such a great job. Do you wanna come to this shindig with me?
The party that the dragon sent invitations to the entire city for. By the way, why do we have a dragon in the city?
I don't know. It's above my pay grade. Look,
Wow.
I'm just saying, it's gonna be. I'm not gonna tell them what I actually know about it. But look, I will say, I mean, it's gonna be a good hang at least. The booze is gonna be good.
The Risden perks up. He's like, oh, booze?
I mean, it's a party. Yeah.
Somebody else's dime? I'm not everyone's rich like you. And he looks at Kyle.
Look, all I'm saying is, wait, do I know? Is it an open bar?
You don't know.
I guess
don't know if
we didn't get that far with the planning.
Nope.
I-
Because you said we're doing this, and then Prith went, "Yes, I am."
I don't know if it's open bar or not, so maybe bring a little bit of coin just to at least tip the waiters and waitresses.
He
and stuff.
shakes one of the pieces above and drops out like 5 flasks.
You can't just fill them and leave, mate. It's a
What? No, we're bringing it in case it's a paid bar.
right.
You want some of that swill your mom drinks?
No.
You sure? She delivered it, and there's like cases on the wall.
God.
Says it's your favorite thing, black licorice brandy or something.
Boss, give it to me.
It's the matort. Yeah.
The matort.
It's terrible. She makes it herself.
It is horrible.
I know.
And Risden's
I
like, I
know.
actually think it's kind of good. He's like sipping on some.
That makes sense. You know what? Yeah, bring a case. You know, it'll be something that I'm sure.
No way this
They'll
goes
be-
poorly.
Like he looks at Kyle's like, if your dad was actually coming to this thing, he loves Vogue shit. It's just,
Oh, he is coming.
bring the case. Perfect.
Okay.
Just out of curiosity, mates, how far along are we on this order?
Oh, we just started. We got it 3 days ago.
Right.
Is that a problem?
No, that's good. Have you started on any of those, the magical?
Oh, we started with those right out of the gate. Remember, hardest things first, easiest things last.
Good. Right. Well, I'm off in about 30, so if you're coming, I mean,
Oh, we're
working
on Zap. We're gonna work all night.
Right, see you in a bit. And he leaves.
And they go back to working. As you walk out the front door, as you open it, steam fills the camera, and Kristoff is paying to use the bathhouse. And he's like, up to you if you're joining or not, but I smell like the dead. And look like the dead. And he like picks like brain matter out of like his nose and throws it in the garbage can. It's like, I have plenty of notes, but I can tell you whatever you'd like to know about my journey if you want to join. They have like the partitioners up, so it's like you get in your own mud baths.
Right.
Because I'm serving hands, since you're here, correct me if I'm wrong. This is a bathhouse with hot clay baths, if I remember correctly. Gives you a +2 to resist disease and curses. After 4 hours, you gain 1d4 temporary hit points.
We've got a scrub for that.
We've got a scrub for that.
So he's like, if you want, I'll pay. If you're interested in chatting, I don't know how busy you are or what you need to get done. This bathhouse is fucking packed.
Does it include pod people, like Invasion of the Body Snatchers?
No.
I
Had a mud house in that.
I pull over one of the attendees and ask what the wait time is.
Oh, ma'am, you are one of the people we just move reservations.
Well, my son and I. I just
That's your kid? And he looks older than you. And he goes, 2 baths. It just stares her down.
I say it's a weird family thing. Like, she can't tell we're both abandoned. Like, does she realize eventually we're both abandoned? Yeah, she does.
I mean, they're semi-common in the world, especially in Ingrad.
Right.
You know, the pale face, the scars. And she goes, no, give me 15 minutes. We have some wrapping up. We will clean the baths and have the clay ready for you. We apologize for the delay. And she wanders off, and Kristoff looks back to you and goes, so in Mayoshan, they have these, but you bathe in ectoplasm, in spirits. It's fucking ridiculous. You basically live in memories for the 2 hours you're in there, and you get out, and they put spirits in there made for the memories you are trying to bring back. Literally made it for abandon. You have to try it.
I feel like I'm due a vacation, so.
Yeah, me too. I really am. As he like pulls a claw out of his arm and throws it in the garbage. So in the bath, here's what I will tell you the short version is. You can ask any questions you want. He toured all of Ingrad from north to south, even into Wolflock Valley. He dug up, he said, around 200 graves. Okay. Got arrested twice. Broke out of jail. And he found a bunch of followers to Darkane. He has not slept that much. The nightmares have been ridiculous. Like, he's being hunted. He's been sleeping small amount of time. And he has created a device that wakes him up when he stirs to pull him out of the nightmares. I could not find his body, but I did find articles about him, how he died, and I also found that, like you already found out, that the doctor is supposed to be some form of body for him to take over.
Well, the doctor is... Now, I don't know if you remember, but he's an abandoned like us.
I do know. Darkane can't take a living body.
Like, as he says that, I'm like, don't say his name.
Why?
It draws attention.
Oh.
It draws his attention.
I didn't see that anywhere. You sure?
I mean, I have it on pretty good authority from, and I lower my voice, the Keeper of Dreams.
I'm sorry, you know the Keeper of Dreams?
Yes.
I was gone for 18 months and you're making Keeper friends?
It has been a wild 18 months, let me tell you what.
And I'm assuming you guys play catch up for 4 hours.
Yes.
All right, well, you get 1d10 temporary hit points for resting there. Kristoff gets 9. Kristoff gets 9 extra hit points.
Just doling out state secrets at the mud bath.
9.
Right.
I also get 9.
All right, hey, imagine that. Plus 9 HP.
I think like if he knows sign, like I start signing to him to see if he knows sign language, and if he does, that's how I do some of the state secrets, I suppose.
He does have sign language.
Okay, so that's how we're talking about state secrets.
He would ask you if you know how to read Thieves' Cant.
I say no. I only pick up Nodaric.
Don't brag at all.
No, but I'm like legitimately like, no, I can kind of cobble it together.
Okay, well, I can read Thieves' Cant. I can help you with that there. So, as the camera kind of pans back out of the clay baths, if there's nothing else anyone wants to do for that evening, I will fast forward us to our dinner night. Anything else anybody wants to do?
Not in the evening.
All right. So, as lines of people and two... Kelly does want to do something. Let's go back.
Well, no. So, like, as we're talking and as we are kind of doing that information dump between the two of us, if there's anything like super relevant but not relevant to this, that's fine. But as we're talking, I do mention that some of the creatures that we faced recently look like they have been either constructed with or, you know, helped with, how do I say this? They've been infused with dark tides. And we're not quite sure if the lady is working with the keeper or if he's done something to her.
They were married.
I know, but last time we dealt with her, she was very upset with him.
Because they're divorced now.
Well, she was also upset because he was using her powers to flow through.
Oh, you don't know
the lanterns.
any of that stuff. Oh, I do have some stuff for you. So the Lady of the Dark Tides has been looking for his body this entire time. And it wasn't to resurrect him. No. It was to take his powers and make sure he was gone. Don't think we want the Lady of the Tides to have the power of nightmares. It's already bad enough being in the tides.
Well, he's using her powers instead. She was trapped with us. She was trapped.
I just want to rewind. You're friends with the Keeper of Dreams and the Lady of the Tides?
I am not friends with her, but we have an understanding. We haven't been friends since any of this started, but we have an understanding.
And
she knows that I would not.
Cadre? Also friends with these two?
She does not get along with Voss.
Oh, well, that makes sense. And then Voss the camera cuts back to the next. So that night, there are lines of people set up. They have put 2 extra train cars on. We've had enough luxury cars to make that train car longer. It's now 3 full cars for the luxury train. Prith is just a bustle running around and making sure everyone loves what they're doing. And behind him, Omar is in stride, making sure people are actually getting proper information. This is like when you tell your kid, yeah, you can run the party, but really you're still running the party. That is what's going on throughout this. I do need to know, does Foxglove come with the doctor, or are you going to meet him here?
No, she's gonna come with the doctor.
Really? Okay.
Can I cut in for a hot minute?
No.
No, it's not about Nora doing anything. It's to remind Foxglove, and I'm not sure if this is still accurate.
To kill the doctor.
No. So my notes from last session have that, like, the doctor didn't agree to dinner. He agreed to a private dinner with Foxglove and then showing up for drinks.
Bingo.
Yep. So you did spend time alone with him before you guys got here.
My favorite part is you show up and he's like, why is there a party here?
Oh no! I thought you guys actually had dinner.
I thought we did too.
Wait, I thought you were bringing him here for dinner. That was the point of all of this.
That's what I thought it was too.
Yeah, and afterwards we're doing drinks together, and so, but it was, we were supposed to have we were going to be upstairs.
Like,
in the
okay,
private
going to a
dining bar.
restaurant for dinner, is normal. The city is here for the party. And people outside of this city for the party. Because a dragon went, Jin, I want you to tell everyone who can get here within 24 hours of any form of power to come here for the party.
We have a private room. Yeah, because her whole point was like, I want you to meet my friends and whatever.
And then it just totally exploded because we let a dragon play on the party.
Thank you. I'm glad everyone's with me here now.
Yeah. Lillian Lillian's just kind of like, oh, it's fine. We have a reservation for the private room.
Are all of these people your friends?
No, absolutely not. Private room.
And then Prith walks up and goes, oh, I have a room for you and all of your friends.
Reservation for two Prith.
Voss?
Friends after.
Voss?
Friends after.
Christoph?
Drink
Nora.
with the friends.
No. It's set for 7 to 8 people. I can't change it now.
Snowball. And now you change dance partners, and we move on.
And then the doctor slowly turns and looks at you, and I'm going to need you to smooth this over.
I got you a present, darling.
Oh my God!
Chris is accidentally doing a cock block right now.
Absolutely. Oh my God!
You're pulling out the present? You're gonna use it now?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me grab the GM cheat sheet here. Where did you go, GM cheat sheet? There you are.
And she's completely going to pass the buck on responsibility for this. And she's just going to go, look, I didn't want any of this to be a big deal, so I do apologize. I am...
well, we're in it now.
Exactly. So this might be the only time we actually get together for a moment alone. So I just wanted to say I noticed you've been working really hard lately, and I'm very proud of you. And I didn't want your efforts to go unnoticed. And she's going to present the little box.
Well, you better play this off well, or I have a fucking snide comment ready, just gun loaded.
Oh, good.
I'll give you if you're going to use the thing you bought. I'll give you a +2 to your roll. And you're wearing your dress and you're dealing with him. That's a +2. That's a +4. That's a lot.
Okay, and we're also going to throw some distracting flattery in there.
And what does that do? Wait, here, hold on. Let me take us over to the bullshit cam. I mean,
you observe a target's attitude towards yourself.
Oh, drop in chat. Everyone can see it. I've realized that the battle cam is really just for 2 people here. It is for your powers that take the entire screen and for Nora's languages.
I thought that was Voss's languages.
I think Nora... okay, maybe it's both of you then, but it's ridiculous.
Our powers combined, we form a lexicon. Like,
wow.
The goal
job.
for campaign 2 is more languages.
Yes.
No.
I thought you were about to say is one language. That's it. We only speak one
We
language.
only
all
speak
of us.
sign language. The entire show. All right.
So yes, it is. I know how to maintain a good impression and manage my image, even while keeping uncouth company.
So it says success. So you have to roll for this.
Yeah.
So this is hold on a minute. Even while keeping in good company, make a deception check. So let's start with your deception check. Let's do distracting flattery first. So don't add your +4 to that because we'll use that for your actual roll. Versus my will, okay?
38.
Are you happy with that?
I'm happy with a 38. Yes.
He takes a breath. He's like, okay. I guess we're meeting your friends first instead of having a conversation in private. Okay. No, it's okay. It's fine. It's not a big deal. What could go wrong? And then I'll need your second roll.
Okay.
This would be the one with the +4 to it.
Okay. So for this one, we're gonna go with Diplomacy or?
I mean, you're
society?
trying to smooth them over, so I would say diplomacy makes the most sense. Yeah.
Okay. +4.
What could go wrong? Don't open with that comment. Don't listen to Kelly. Kelly said, "Plague Doctor, have you tried Malort?"
No, Matort.
Matort. Oh yeah, Matort.
Yeah, I
Legally
think
distinct.
Not
Okay,
actually a milk.
okay. Hold on. 4.
Do you need to use a hero point?
I think she needs to add it up.
48.
Well, so yeah, he follows suit. He's like, okay, and he like tightens the tie and puts the clip on, and he's like, what is your name? He's like, Prith. We have an 8-person table ready for you and all your friends to have a extravagant night of food and merriment and tips.
Oh my God.
He goes, tips? He's like, of course. How do you think this pays for itself? No? And he like looks to you and do you know who this guy is?
Lillian has a small glass that's already full of Matort, and she's just shooting it back.
God damn it.
As you wander your way in, it cuts to Kristoff and Nora showing up from her train car coming in. He's in a suit with a bow tie, hair's down, it's silver and white. He's painted his scars in like the same colors as the Earth Guard in memory of your ex. Because she was an Earth Guard member, right? You were and she was? Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's wearing her pin from being in the military. And he says, so let me get this straight. The dragon has made a party and invited all the important people from Cadra on down. And we are having a private conversation with a fucking keeper here. Just making sure I'm reading the same shitty book that you're reading.
I did not have much input on half of the shitty book. Prith has refused to see me since I've come back.
Oh, does he have a grand surprise for you?
I don't know. All I know is that apparently he owns the Tide Runner, is what I've heard.
He owns the train.
That's what I've heard.
We need to kill this dragon.
That's
what we need to kill the dragon.
I was hoping to talk to him because I was going to talk to another individual about buying him a city, perhaps.
You're buying this petulant child a city?
He's no longer a child, Kristoff. He is an adult. He's an adult.
No. I hear you. Yeah, he's an adult. Yeah. When do I get a city?
If you want a city, I can look into buying one for you as well. In the meantime, I can give you keys to the house I have in Cadra.
I'm being fucking facetious. All right, well then, let's go. And as he turns, there's a knock on the door.
All right, I go. I'm like, can't be any worse than getting yelled at by my own son. I go to the door to open
It's
it.
grating, gating.
Yeah.
The Thomas here, who runs the security for the train. He goes, ma'am, Prith has paid for an armed escort for you, and you are to be announced when we hit the train car.
I'm sorry, what? I looked at Kristoff like, did you know about this?
Oh, he's already drinking.
Is my son allowed to come with me?
There wasn't a limitation, so yes, I guess.
I mean, because last I turned to Kristoff, I'm like, unless anything changed,
Look, I don't make the rules anymore. Apparently, he's also the head of security. I didn't know that. I learned that today.
Oh no. and then I turned to Kristoff like, this is why I'm trying to get him.
You said there's no limitations, right? He's like, no, and he's like, cool. And he walks over and he grabs a pistol and sticks it in inside his waistband and pulls his jacket back over. He's like, I'm ready. He's like, oh, I have 2 of those on me. I'm with you on this. This is gonna go to hell. It's gonna be bad. If you follow me, Miss Tenwick,
gloves never come off.
Tenwick, if you follow me to the party in your honor, I guess.
What? Like, I'm just looking at Kristoff the entire time. Like, I have no idea what's going on. You guys were still like, last I remember, you two were still on good terms. Like, kind of like two criminal peas in a pod. Like,
Yeah. Go ahead, Mom. Let's go.
oh boy, I'm going.
So
I'm looking. I grab a bottle of Matort.
So Voss, Everston, and your two students show up outside of this fucking ginormous line. You're probably like 40 people back. You see people from Cadra. You see high ups from the different orders that are here, from the Order of Gold, the Azure Order, the sorceress that's in town here that retired is talking to people from Thunderstruck Academy. This is like the to-do people showing up. And a security guard walks up. He's wearing brass-fitted leather armor, out of style, out of season. But to Prith, it looks great.
Mm-hmm.
He walks up and he goes, I was told that you two are supposed to be escorted to the 8-person table for the announcement of Miss Tenwick. I apologize. I'm just doing what I was told. The kids go, your two students go, what about us? You're unfortunately not invited. They're like, we'll wait in line. This sounds like it's gonna be great. And they look at Voss.
Oh, he's saying that to me?
You and Everston.
Kind of look up at, mate, do you know anything about this?
Kids are laughing their ass off. Your students are like drinking and chuckling in line. They're like half blasted before you even get in the train car.
It's not too late to go back home.
You know, you're right.
I was told that I was to escort you two here. Period. If you know what I mean. It's not a threat. It's more me going, please don't make this difficult. This job sucks and this armor doesn't fit.
Right.
Who wears plate mail in winter?
Warm people, apparently. That's the only way you're supposed to do it.
But anyway, I'm supposed to have you there for the announcement ceremony or something.
Announcement ceremony?
I don't know. Talk to Prith. I don't even know who this guy is, but I'm scared to tell him no. I will tell you that. There's a glare that he gives you that is just unnerving. When you even like curl your lip in disgust on something. Guy, now you have to remember, the only people know he's a dragon is you all.
Mm-hmm. No, he's very persuasive. I'll give him that. All right. Well, lead on. Let's go.
One evening, how bad could it get?
Why did you say that out loud?
I know that Prith made us move the 2 electric cars from and move Tenwick's up. So it goes Tenwick's office, luxury car, capped with electric cars so that the dining cars have power. Tenwick's office has power. The rest of the train runs on whatever it runs on for lighting and stuff like that. He's like, so it's glamorous. Now, on the way in, I would ask the group, is there anyone who wants to use a contact card for the two Everston and Voss coming in to ask questions, to get any information? Is there anything the two of you would like to do? Because you're the only ones who aren't being forced into getting in here like ASAP by Prith. They just saw you and they're escorting you in kindly, which gives you both a chance to do some things outside of being stuck in the train car.
I really don't know what's happening. I mean, Prith is a chaos demon, so like I'm kind of like just expecting anything, but none of it seems like it's dangerous to me yet.
He's not a chaos demon, actually.
Somebody going overboard.
Overboard would be good. That would be a good description of
so
what's going on.
I'm not going to call anybody and rope them into this madness.
I was really hoping you'd bring other people into the problem, but okay. Voss, what about you? You bringing other people into the problem?
No.
We don't need a red shirt away team for this.
So your students wave at you as you're leaving, and they're just fucking laughing.
Oh, they're the red shirts.
They're
the
staying
smart-
outside
they're the
of the
smart
danger
red
zone.
shirts.
So then I will take us back to
Read
our
the red shirts.
manor. Hopefully the love, or not our manor, our table. And then we'll do the announcement, and this will all make a little more sense for those who
Leave the
wondering.
kid and dog in the snow.
You guys remember that?
Yes.
Oh my god.
And then we just hired assassins to
Yep.
take care of
Let me
the
go back.
dog.
This is the one I was looking for.
Wow.
So as you all arrive, I'm going to take us to the smaller cam here for now. Drag your characters and put them wherever you would like to be at the table. I've already got 2 of the people there, but put you where you want to be. I'll resize you and all that jazz. As everyone is going in, Nora, when you get close to the car, they hold. Gatings goes, I'm not supposed to let you in until everybody else is at the table, and the cars are full, and the train is departing the station.
The train's departing the station?
Apparently.
The hell?
Okay. I'm glad we know this now.
Gatings, can I ask you something before we go in there, Miss Tenwick?
I probably won't have answers for you, but sure.
His room has been locked. I've been unable to open it. I've tried security breaching it. I have tried everything. And I don't know what magic this person uses, but I've been told by the actual train conductor that I am to not get into it with this Mr. Prith person, who doesn't even have a last name, by the way. Who doesn't have a last name?
Names are very important to
I was
people
told
like
he
him.
is dangerous.
Yes.
Kristoff goes, oh yeah, he's dangerous. We're killing him tonight though, right, Nora?
We are not killing Prith.
I want to remember that. And then when you turn to me and say, kill Prith, I'm going to say, I told you so.
What happened between the two of you?
What do you mean? He's a fucking dragon.
Oh my god.
And Gating looks to you and goes, looks to you, looks to him, goes, a dragon? He's like, it's a term.
Drag on resources because of this big party.
We just call him that because he loves hoarding stuff so much.
Oh, is that what all the boxes are? Have you seen the amount of crates that have been shipped here?
I literally just woke up like a month ago. So no, I haven't, unfortunately.
I woke up like this.
All right, just wanted to know if you knew how bad it was.
No, but I'm taking mental notes. Like, at this point, there's no mental notes. Nora just has a little notebook and is writing with a cold silver pen.
So as you show up, or you wait, everyone else shows up and is given their spot at the table. People are buzzing and moving around the train cars, and they just see this as like an extravagant party. To people, especially out of Cadra, certain parts of New Boulevard, they don't see this as a odd thing. They're invited to a party, you show up to parties. That's what you do. I mean, honestly, probably for Foxglove, this is pretty normal as well. For the most part. At the table, there is one other person there that you do recognize, and you see Lysynthia sitting in the left-hand corner of the table. Not dressed fancy. Everybody else is dressed up. She is not. And she's just sitting annoyed. You do not see her companion anywhere with her. She looks at all of you and kind of tips and pours a round of drinks out. And next to her, there is a bar cart.
Oh no! He's forced her to be the bartender.
She goes, if any of you would like a drink, I was told to pour you whatever you would like for the evening. Kristoff makes eye contact with her. They make eye contact. There's a long conversation in that eye contact. It probably has something to do with killing the dragon. That's the eye contact conversation. So you all sit down.
Is the doctor here yet?
The doctor is with Foxglove. I just don't have a token for him. We've never actually made a token for the doctor. So just assume he's sitting. Actually, he would have to sit here. He looks at Nora between the two, the space between, and he goes to sit down. And Lysynthia goes, I was told that is Nora's spot. maybe shuffle your seats if you want to sit next to each other. And he picks his chair up and slides it over to this side of the table. And she goes, never mind. Doesn't matter. If you'd like a drink, sir, he's like, I would like to know what is going on. I thought we were having a private conversation. You being here is in private. I don't want to be here. I was told I'm bartending this private room. I'd like to point out I'm not a bartender anymore.
I think at this point, Nora's just given up on trying to play it cool and is just like this at the table.
No, you're not even there yet. They're still waiting to announce you.
Okay. Oh, they're waiting to announce me. Fantastic.
So I'm going to give the entire group a moment to do anything they would like to do without Nora or Kristoff being there yet.
Well, anyways, so darling, this over here is this is Voss and Everston, my friends, who were not supposed to be here yet. We were supposed to. This was supposed to be a date, but I mean, it was supposed to be a private evening. It was supposed to be conversation between two people, and
Date is the word
of,
she's looking for. You are adorable when you're flustered. It's really, she really is quite lovely. Hi, boss, Calcor. Pleasure to meet you. Director of Expense.
Oh, yeah, great to meet you.
I just want to say thank you for all the work that you've done here in the city to help the people of Merrifield, and it really is an honor to meet you finally.
Ooh, are you trying to butter him up?
Yeah.
All right, give me a roll if you want to butter him up.
I'm wingman and I'm a fucking bird.
I'm a fucking bird. Yeah,
That's getting clipped.
Let's do.
Are you lying or do you mean it?
No. I mean it. I'm very thankful for the work that he has done in town.
Okay.
It's a 33.
Okay, that's pretty good. He goes, you're welcome. Do you all see how odd the spread is on the table? There is stuff here that doesn't exist anymore in the world, is what the doctor says. Why are there... Where is this coming from?
Mate, I haven't got clue fucking one. I'm being straight honest with you. This is I don't know. I don't
And I got an invite, and he like holds up a folded copper green wax sealed or brass green wax sealed letter.
like
Stamped brass, but folded. Like almost like the notes for money.
Right.
He goes, it has the man's face I saw on the way in here on it like it is a currency. And he like throws it on the table. And it looks like a Gale, but in his currency. This is a fucking
check.
This is ridiculous. If this guy is just throwing a party.
Crafting check of a 34. Is this stamped,
34?
handmade, or magical? Yeah.
Can I get a will save?
It's a lot.
Okay.
42.
You look at it and you're kind of looking at the piece itself, and you reach down and grab something. You notice under where you're sitting to your left, under Everston's seat, there's a box. And you kind of peer underneath the rest, and you see every seat has a like an Oprah box underneath the seat, like a prize box.
Oh, no.
And this seems real. Minted, made, ready to put out. And you know, time-wise, there's no way he built a minter to make his own version of money in 24 hours.
So it's magical.
It could be.
So, like, it feels like if this is an illusion,
brass.
it's a good fucking illusion.
It feels like brass. It smells like brass. Your oils kind of tarnish it like brass.
I don't have a good answer for you, mate. And I hand it back to him. It's
The doctor
craftsman,
turns and looks at Foxglove and looks back. Like you can feel the beginning onset of agitation.
Mm-hmm.
Lillian also, for the record, looks very upset right now.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a private dinner. So I'm going to ask a very important question, and you're not allowed to look at your notes. Foxglove, do you remember the doctor's name?
I sure do.
What's the doctor's name?
Drummond told.
Do you remember his full name?
First name.
Ichabod McBuckets.
First name is Drummond. Last name Toll.
All right. Have you told anyone else his name, and have you told anyone they're allowed to use his name?
No.
Okay.
Like I think I told like them the name.
Like they know it?
Yes, but
Okay.
they also know. It's like one of those like, but don't tell him I told you
Okay.
situations.
When this happens, and you notice the money and you see the box on the table, the door opens up into this private car. And everything's sectioned off. When it opens, you can hear the noise outside, the bustle of people, everyone talking, and Gatings comes in. And he like looks at the group, and, like waits for the silence, and he goes, I was told to announce that Miss Nora Tenwick and her son Christoph Tenwick will be joining you for dinner tonight, and that all of the delicacies that are on the table are in honor of this. Hold on a minute. In honor of the beloved mother of Prith, and that other person, Christoph, who assumes to be a sibling to the one and only person throwing the party tonight. Listen, Nora Tenwick's here, and he turns around and walks out the door.
Voss truly looks like a bird right now. He's just got this quizzical look on of like.
Christoph goes, remember, Mom. Remember what I said. You let me know when we're shooting. And he walks over and takes your seat. Hey, Foxglove.
I'll just take his seat and just be like, can you just at least pass those books over?
Nora, what the fuck is going on?
That's a
any
great
idea.
question, Voss.
I'm waiting for, like, is the door closed?
Gatings shuts the with a sigh, he's like, and like
I
shuts
was
the
like,
door.
as he closes it, I'm just like, I'm so sorry. I'm just whispering to him, like, I'm so sorry. The door is shut. Christoph's there. I'm like, I am so sorry, everyone. I don't know what this is about. Prith refused to even see me when we got back. I didn't know he was going to press gang everyone into the store. I didn't know he was going to crash your date, Miss Foxglove.
Christoph looks and goes, this is a date?
It was, I think they were supposed to.
No
I know
offense,
they had
Doc.
plans.
I
know
don't
they
mean
had
that, like that. Just
Yeah,
this.
exactly. Serving hands, yes, exactly. I don't know. I don't know. I kind of put my hands up in the air.
What are we supposed to do? Just eat and have fun? And Lysynthia goes, well, I was told that I'm supposed to make this drink and pass it out to everybody, and that I'm to leave the room and let you all dine and have a private conversation. But I am going to say before I leave, it is very odd that I am being told to do this, and I don't listen to really anybody. I run an organization based on secrecy, and I'm saying that out loud, and I wouldn't say that. What would you like your drinks? Is what Lysynthia says. Would you like your drinks?
Have you had any of this drink?
No, I gave up drinking a little while ago.
Okay.
I haven't.
She starts making drinks. She is got a brass. Would it be brass? No. They would be red eggs, scaled, that she's cracking open and putting them in and shaking drinks and pouring them out. And when she gets to Everston, she says, I was told that I'm supposed to mix yours with some form of oil and to use the egg as well. Something about everyone should drink this for the evening. I don't know if you drink, Everston. I assume you're not one of the atomists that fake drinking.
No, but do what you have to do so that it doesn't draw any attention.
Yep. And she starts putting out these small brass cups with egg-washed liqueur in them. And then she lights them all on fire and it caramelizes the froth on the top and she passes them out.
Well, that's fun.
Doc looks down, looks at you again. You can feel his level of like not only just distrust but discomfort starting to rise.
Lillian is going to lean over and say, so moving forward, let's go ahead and just set the agreement that you choose all details of further gatherings. I think that's fair.
I just won't gather again. We will meet somewhere not in this city. And you hear the brakes come off the train and the engine start up for the train.
Are we moving?
You hear the whistle go off.
I
The
was.
train is not.
It is.
The doc's like, whoa. I can't leave.
This
I'm
is-
here to eat, drink, and I have to go back to work. I have things.
I have to go back to work too, but here we are.
We all have to go back to work. Listen, what? Hang on.
None of us want this. Why are we allowing it to continue?
That's a good question. Can
Have
I have
you-
a will save?
Have you met Prith?
Can I have a will save?
Is this from everybody?
Nope, just Everston.
Okay.
He's like, no.
No.
Why is my character sheet not loading? I had it open.
I see cards just getting bombed on screen right now. Emotional HP.
We're having a lot of emotional damage right now.
While this is going on,
32.
I see AW said he put
Yes.
where did he put it at?
It's a go up a little bit. You'll see the token in memes and media.
Oh, it's in memes and media. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I made the comment about I don't know if Foxglove likes them that young.
Try the bog booze! It'll get you drunk!
Is that the baby doll? Is the token?
Oh my god.
Cool. What did you get, Everston?
Have you seen my movies? 32.
32. Are you happy with that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We're just gonna
You
go
know,
with it.
it doesn't seem right, but you guys also have not had a break in some time. You haven't had a break. If Prith is throwing this, he's not an enemy. He's never
We
done
might as well-
harm to any of you.
Might as well see this out. What harm could it be? What harm could it do?
Relationship, but I mean.
Lillian, I am sorry.
Well,
All right.
Like that, I am sorry.
the train begins to move. She finishes her drink. She walks out of the car. She opens the door, shuts the door, and leaves you in here by yourselves.
What does this drink smell like?
It smells like a creme brulee mixed with like almost like a Mexican hot cocoa. Like it has a spice to it.
Okay.
You haven't even started dinner, and she's serving a dessert drink.
Yeah.
On the table, I will say there is a boar literally being cooked in the middle of the table. Boars are not common anymore. There is some form of hen or a fowl on the table. There are like nice muffins and bread. There are minted brass coins on the table with Prith's head on it in dragon form. Everybody has a mug in front of them that has ale in it. There is a haunch of meat from some form of a creature. And then there is a fish as well, which for some reason is underneath the plate and it shouldn't be. But there is a fish there that is descaled,
Surprise fish.
mostly.
I figured it was like in a chafing dish, it was just covered.
Yeah.
Ash! Perfect. It's covered. It's in a chafing dish and covered. There are books on the table. There are journals, notes. There's a dagger in the table. All the things you see on the table are here.
Okay, so Nora, well, one of your children is with us already. Turned out great head on their shoulders, doesn't throw us parties. But your other child, you said you have not seen since we got back. Any ideas or?
You're the one who told me he didn't want to see me, Foxglove.
I have
'Cause
no recollection of that.
I said I'd been looking for him, and whenever I tried to find him, he wasn't around. And then you said you'd run into him, talked about a fundraiser of some sort, and then you were like, "Hey, how come you haven't seen Nora?" And then he said, "Oh no, I can't see her yet. I can't see her yet."
Huh.
So
I will say the party can investigate. They can look at whatever they want. They can touch, ask questions. The doctor is there. He looks perturbed and uncomfortable and not happy.
Lillian is going to try to diffuse some of that with kind of like a, comforting brush, and just kind of going to just whisper I'm so sorry. We just have to get through the night and then it will be done.
The night, you realize the train left the station.
Yes, I know. And
So it's no longer a night. The minimal distance that this travels is a day away. It has to circle the crater just to make it back.
which is why I'm going to look through these books and journals and see if there's some sort of itinerary or something listed in here. To be fair, if Prith knows me well enough, at least, to know that I enjoy a good puzzle, so maybe it's like one of those murder mystery parties or something, right?
The doctor looks at you and goes, "You know the person throwing this soiree, this oversized gallery of people? You know the person doing this, and we're sitting here."
Yes, I've just been ranting for
Wouldn't
the
it
past
make more
5
sense for you to call them in here and berate them?
Voss tries the board.
Kristoff raises his finger. He's like check, like he's with the doctor. Are you gonna try the boar? Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
So you cut a piece off, pull the boar out. It's on fire. It is flame perfect. It is crusted on the outside. When you pull it off and cut it, you hear whispers from the boar's mouth. And I need a will save from you.
Eat me up, boss. I'm delicious.
Ethauntia dice for the fucking win tonight.
Oh, with the honey.
I'm flame broiling.
Don't forget your towel. 43.
It whispers to you. You ignore it. You're used to spirits talking to you, and you hear the voices of people speaking in Cadraic telling you, please don't
Cadraic?
eat us.
Not hollow.
Not hollow. In Cadraic, please don't eat us.
I hear spirits not talking in hollow.
Correct.
And they're saying,
Please don't eat us. Whatever you do, do not eat us. Please do not
just
eat
serve
us.
this long pork.
It looks like a boar.
Hang on a sec. I'm going to use my Emerald Order ability and cast Talking Corpse.
Okay, you cast Talking Corpse. There is no corpse on the table to talk to. You cast it, you could speak to like the doll that you have, the mask. There's something in a box underneath you could speak to. Nothing on the table can you speak to.
We've just got corpses under the table. It's under the chairs. It's fine.
Food that is cooked or even raw, you would be able to use talking corpse if it has a mouth.
Knowledge, fettering lore, occultism, arcana. What do you want?
I mean, what are you trying to figure out? I can't say anything because I don't want to give anything
That's
away.
fair.
It's up to you to
That's
figure out what you're doing.
Don't want to influence your demise.
Correct. I don't want to influence your choices.
He's sitting there thinking. He's like, well,
You can ask
Nora,
any
if
questions you like, though, and if they're setting related and not check related, I will answer them just in case they're setting related questions.
Yeah. He's thinking like he's got a quizzical look on his face again. He's like, well, all right. So this food is talking to me, and that's odd. But also, there's not an actual corpse on the table. So also, everybody, we got a box under our chairs.
What?
Everybody,
Sorry, we have a what now?
Looks like gifts. I'm not sure. I'm gonna do an occultism.
Okay.
To see what that gleans.
I'm starting an investigation called "What the hell is this dinner party?"
Okay.
I'm gonna use a patch.
Add this to my case.
Oh, using
files.
one patch. All right, I will mark a patch off.
Oh, that was worth it. 48.
General 10-wick file of what the fuck?
48. And when you were using which skill did you say?
Occultism.
And what are you asking?
I'm trying to figure out how something that isn't a corpse is talking to me, or how numerous spirits are talking to me. Also,
Do you know how? If it's not a corpse.
No.
Voss gets up from the table and goes and opens the door.
You go to the door's locked.
Cool.
Crafting check to open the door.
Okay.
Thievery?
40. No, I can use crafting to do it.
Right. Amazing.
That's a 44.
It is shut and locked. Unless you have the ability to disable at a legendary level, it is
I do.
locked.
Oh, crap. No, I'm only master at crafting.
So with that, I will give you some insight because that's a really good roll. The door is shut. It is locked. The door does not look special. It looks like a train door. Like you've opened them on the train before where there's been like a problem and a door gets locked. You've done it before. If it is magically being held shut, it has to be on the outside of it.
Okay.
Because you can't see anything on the inside that looks like a glyph or anything like that.
Okay.
There are windows out the north side, which is the side that Voss is sitting on, but the shades are drawn shut. And then there is partitions it would open on the south wall, like to basically open up this private room into a larger room. Looking at that and looking at all those, they all are locked right now. Now, that doesn't mean you can't open one of them, but even the shades are drawn down, so light can't come in, and those are shut. Would you like to try to open anything else before Nora starts her what the fuck is going on investigation?
I want to try and look through one of the shades.
So you grab the shade and go to pull it. They're made of metal slats, which is normal on trains so they don't slide too much or move. And you can pull it down, and the outside is just black, like it's nighttime. You see stars in the sky when the clouds aren't too thick, and you are traveling along. You would be looking on the opposite side of the crater, so into, the forest that's on that side, the grasslands, things like that.
So the north. I'm looking to the north.
You're looking towards the west, actually. You'd be looking towards the maw,
Oh,
towards
right.
that
Yeah, yeah.
direction. Nora, you start your investigation.
Yes.
Kristoff looks at you and goes, we doing this then? We investigating this place? Is that what's going on? And he grabs a hunk of the meat and tears it off and starts eating it.
I'm definitely trying to figure out what the hell's going on at least. So I spend my minute focusing, pursuing a lead. What the hell is this Calcor party?
Correct.
Get a +2 circumstance bonus to the investigations, etc., etc.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm concerned and confused. I shouldn't say concerned. I'm confused because
Okay.
if Prith knows me as well as he thinks he does, which now I'm not quite sure because he threw this huge party, but he should know I don't eat or drink.
Correct.
Like he should know that most food tastes like ash to me.
Correct. And also that means your son doesn't really eat or drink much.
Correct. So
And he is currently eating.
Christoph? What?
Yeah.
What did he grab? Like the boar or something? Or the chicken?
Like the big hunk of meat in front of him.
This one right here?
Yep.
How does that taste to you, Christoph?
Oh, like meat?
Does it taste good?
Yeah, kinda. Yeah, actually. Didn't think about it. I haven't had food that tastes good in a long time.
Yeah, same.
We should stop eating
Well,
anything.
Can I have the audience roll me a d20?
Normally
Yeah.
food tastes
Someone in
like
the
ash
audience.
on my tongue.
Yeah,
Boss,
usually
why
for
don't
me
you-
it tastes like dull leather for me.
Boss, why don't you come sit down? I mean, it's Prith's special night. Maybe we should wait for him to make an appearance.
19. He pulls it out of his mouth and he sets it down. He's like, and it's also wet. And he like drops it.
Okay, so Christoph
I like-
ate,
Wipes his face off.
tasted decent. And it's also wet.
All right, man.
So
I have explosives on me. Let's get out of here. That's what Christoph says, and he starts to stand up.
we are not blowing up a potential crime scene. As
Oh,
I
it's
look
gonna
at
be a
as I
crime
look
Have
at
you
the
never
Don't
read
let
the
him do
shirt?
this.
as I look at the chunk of meat that he just dropped down, like, what does it look like?
It looks like a wet piece of meat.
Like does it look like cooked
Or
or like
it
braised
looks
with something?
medium rare to rare.
Medium rare to rare, but it wouldn't.
Are you
I mean, nor is that
touching
necessarily
it?
cooked. I am touching it. Yes.
It is wet. Like
Mm.
you as a bandit don't have a ton of saliva. So everything's kind of
Right.
dry for you. It is wet. Like he dunked it in his drink and then set it on the table.
Look. Do we want to stay here?
The doctor
I think-
goes, absolutely not.
Okay. Good point. Good
I
point.
mean, not so bad, right? We gotta wait
Nora.
for Prith.
Voss comes back and sits down
Okay.
and is like, Nora, when I peeled some of this pork off, I have voices whispering to me, which I'm used to with spirits, but they're whispering to me in Kedraic. Not in Hallow. And there's no corpse on this table. There's nothing for me to talk to, love.
So.
Animal
is-
Calcor. Voss and Tomer. God.
Okay. I start flipping through the journals. Like, don't touch the food.
Every single page is blank.
There's nothing.
You
Nothing
just
at
like
all.
if you just grab the book, start flipping through them, there's no writing in any of them. They're just blank books.
Voss, what about the journals over by you? Do they have anything in them?
Open wallet.
Blank. Every single one of them. They look worn and used, but when you open them, they're blank.
I'm going to start like looking through them to see if there's like any hidden pouches or pages or anything like that.
You can give me a perception check if you'd like to do that. And everybody else, if you have something you want to do, let me know.
Books have more pockets than Lillian's new dress.
Yes. I mean, that's just a given.
I mean, tie
honestly.
clips have more pockets, yeah.
Yeah.
At least
So,
Damn it.
Any questions viable during this? You can ask what you want. There's really no wrong questions.
I'm gonna roll a different die because that one flew all the way over there. 1729. I got a 46.
There is nothing hidden in any of the books. As a matter of fact, some of the pages are glued together, thicker, just to give some weight, but they're blank. The paper's decent, especially the first couple pages feel really good, but you notice further into the journals you get, cheaper paper is used in the middle. Like the areas you'd thumb to look really good, but everything else looks kind of crummy. The edges of the paper are even weathered like they've been used, almost like they were weathered to look like they've been used.
Right.
What is going on here? Look, okay, darling, how familiar are
I
you?
barely know you. Stop calling me that.
Okay, fair. How familiar are you with the shadow plane?
The what?
Okay, not familiar. Understood.
Can I get I don't care if you're using are you using diplomacy to keep him comfortable still? He's getting more and more perturbed.
Yeah.
Like enough to where he's like cutting you off or calling him something that you call everybody.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to use a hero point on that one.
Hey, someone gave you a hero point card tonight too.
Perfect. Perfect. Yeet.
Voss, you said you used a patch, right?
I did.
Okay.
That's going to be a 38.
He's like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to snap. I'm uncomfortable. I feel trapped. I do not like this. This is not a good familiar feeling.
I completely understand. And I would like to assure you that we are here together. None of us are particularly pleased about this situation. And I do sincerely apologize
while she's
that
talking,
you were roped into this.
Yeah, while she's talking, I'm going to take this opportunity to do a sense motive check on the doctor.
Okay.
To see where his discomfort is actually coming from. It could be this, and if so, I totally understand because we're all getting there. But if it's something else, I want to know about it.
Right.
And then there's another thing I wanted to do, but I forgot because of course I did. It's a 15, 27, a 42.
He looks perturbed for being stuck here. First off, he was led here and told it was like a private thing and then meeting friends. That didn't turn out. Voss has tried to get out of the room, couldn't leave the room. That's not normal. All the books on the table are blank. The two abandoned are there. One of them's eating food. Abandoned don't eat food. Like, he's smart. He's a highly intelligent person. And all of this feels off to him. Just like it does for all of you.
In PF2, remember, most abandoned actually do need to eat, but I took that feat that made it so I don't.
Right, but he knows who Kristoff is. He's worked on Kristoff before.
Yeah. So, yeah, the two of us are like, what is this?
Can we just
I just want to give
Can
you
we
all...
bust a window? Kristoff goes, I have explosives. I do have explosives. We just blow a hole in the door.
I do remember the other thing I wanted to do. So I check on him, and as I do that, I focus on the meals.
Okay.
Now that Voss is saying they're talking, but they're not dead.
Okay.
What does my life sight tell me?
Oh, life sight allows you to see living things, correct?
Yes.
Every single one of the things on the table is alive.
Okay, yeah, no one eat the food. Just don't. Please don't.
Absolutely, happily. Cool. So... Okay. Lillian is going to try to use Lie to Me to just talk to Kristoff and make sure it is not Kristoff.
Okay, can you put that on screen for all of us?
Done and done.
To read. Oh, did you? All right, I'm pulling it up. Lie to me, aka the bullshit power the dandies get. It's actually the first thing I would take. Use deception to weave traps to trip up anyone trying to deceive you. If you can engage in conversation with someone trying to lie to you, use your deception DC if it is higher than your perception DC to determine whether they succeed. All right, so give me your roll. Or no, I roll against you, right? I roll against you. So what's higher, your perception DC or your deception DC? Basically, it's your total bonus plus 10.
Yep, 36.
We'll use the Hand of Flame dice. He is very perturbed. Doesn't seem to be lying to you. More than anything, he is aggravated and almost a feel of like you get the feeling of like claustrophobia coming from him in his words, the way he's saying it.
Okay.
Like there's a panicky feel to what's going on.
Wait, were you doing this to Christoph or to the doctor?
Christoph.
Oh, to Christoph. Oh,
Yeah.
sure.
Yes.
Well, I just gave you
She
the
wanted to
doctor's.
see if Christoph was actually Christoph.
Christoph is actually Christoph.
Okay.
He's.
I mean, you
super
basically get the
upset.
truth for both people. So
She's
you're
just like,
welcome.
so it's great being Christoph, isn't it?
Yeah.
And he's like, how would you know? You're
Christoph's
not Christoph.
like Christoph
I'm Christoph.
seems
I'm like,
right.
oh,
He is
terrified.
aggravated, but he's always kind of in an aggravated, disgruntled state. He doesn't like
Okay.
most people. I mean, he was in prison for a long time. He is a criminal.
So,
Cool.
I focus on like our drinks and
Sure.
the oils.
Okay.
Are those throwing off light at all?
No.
Okay. I say, well,
Just
at
the
least
food.
drinks are. Just the drinks are
The
safe.
food
is-
and even the biscuits and the bread.
don't even eat the baked goods. Just don't. Voss, you said there's things under our tables.
Yeah, each of us have a looks like a gift under our chair.
Okay. So before I do that, God, this is probably going to be the worst idea. So our whole plan
Christoph
initially,
wants to blow the train. So
yeah, well, he's not doing that, at least not right now, because as I'm sitting here, I'm thinking like, okay, our whole thing was to invite the doctor after their dinner. We were going to have some drinks.
Mhm.
We were going to pull out this sweet lamp device called the Endless Grim Ore of Dreams
Mhm.
to make sure that, we could talk to him without him being taken over
And that
by
has not
the
been pulled
Pool of
out yet.
Dreams. Well, because now I'm pulling that out of my second satchel of holding. I just pull it out I pull it out as like I'm looking for my thieves tools because I don't have my bandoliers on
Sure.
me because this is a nice dinner.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
not gonna
wearing
wear-
nice clothes. Yeah, of course.
Right. So I like pulling stuff out. I'm like, okay, infiltrator's kit, healing kit, bandolier with ghost charges, the Endless Grim Ore of Dreams, and then I grab the kit, the infiltrator's kit, and I'm like, screw these clothes. I go look under the chair, and I'm going to search them for traps.
You can search your traps. Do you start the dream, the Grimoire of Dream? Do you like open it up and let it be active, or do you just have it sitting out?
For right now, I'm just having it sit out because
Okay.
I don't want him to be like, why are you turning that on right away when he's already super paranoid?
Okay. Is it in a container?
Yeah.
All right. He's like, what is that? He asks when you pull it out.
It's just a bunch of different things I have as an investigator. Like I pull out my detective's kit.
So
Like
do you have a way out of here? And he like gets up and like walks around Foxglove to be between Foxglove and you now. And he starts grabbing like your kit. He's like, is there anything I can help with? He like starts grabbing. He's like, oh, these journals are blank. And he like sets them aside.
Yeah, no, I know. That's why I'm trying to figure out how to get
Can
outside
I
of it,
help?
but I
Is
also,
there anything I can do? I know how to pick locks. I can make a fire
Can
out of
you-
almost anything. And he's
you
like
help me
starts
take
going
a-
through everything.
I say, can you help me take a look at these boxes under our chairs? Because I'm
do we have
afraid they might.
boxes? And he looks down, and there's only enough boxes for the cast members and none of the NPCs.
Okay, I'm
I don't
concerned,
want to
but
alarm
also relieved.
anyone. I'm gonna cast something, just so y'all know as you're talking.
The doctor looks at you as you're casting. So does probably most of the people here.
Could you
Perfect.
Could you enlighten the class and let us know
What do you
it
cast?
is?
I'm just gonna cast some detect magic so that I was doing that to draw his attention just in case Nora needed him to look away.
Oh, okay.
But I am casting detect magic.
Successful. Detect magic. All the food on the table glows. The room glows. The boxes under the tables glow. When you focus in, the strongest sources of magic are the walls, the food, and the boxes underneath.
Ugh.
Okay.
Okay, well, I'm going to. Is there any sort of general rule that I can make to be like, try to figure out like why would Prith do this?
He's not here.
Yeah,
I
he's not
mean,
here.
you don't have an
Um,
investigation for Prith?
Not yet. I don't.
Yeah.
I can have 2 investigations a day.
I don't really have a real direct answer for that.
No. I'm just more thinking like, so it's like, okay, so when we left, he was a little bit more immature because I don't want to tell.
He's an adult now.
You know, well, yeah, that. But I'm like kind of thinking out loud a little bit.
Sure.
And I don't want the doctor to be like, yeah, so he was a baby dragon. So when
Look at the XP.
when we left, he was a little bit more immature.
I keep saying brass. It is bronze. I'm sorry. I keep saying brass. It is bronze.
When we came back, he has obviously fallen into some sort of wealth, but I don't quite know why he's doing this.
You know what?
I thought
Do you have arcane? You can give me an arcane roll.
I'm only trained, but
that doesn't matter. This is general knowledge on him, on Prith.
Yeah, because it's just like, I mean, I'm just Nora's kind of confused, like why she's like, if anything, I think I would have thought he would have been mad that I had been gone, you know. So that's where she's kind of going with it.
Yeah. I hear the gears.
I'm gonna patch that one because I want to figure out what's wrong with my upset possible dragon son.
Okay.
I don't know what to call him at this point.
I'm with you.
That was better. Not much better.
And what did you get on your arcane check, Voss? For looking with your detect magic?
41.
Okay.
I got a 36 arcane on.
Here's the things you know about Prith. Most bronze dragons are good. They're usually not chaotic at all. They're quite the opposite. They are amphibious. They have swim speeds and are good in water. Most of them live in large bodies of water. But because of the tides, if one was to be around, they would adapt and have all the things that normal water creatures would have, and they'd be able to survive in the tides. They have an electrical aura. They can produce electricity, and they have water mastery, which for 60 minutes per day, a bronze dragon, along with allied creatures and vessels within 50 foot, can move double their normal speed when they're in water. Replace that with the dark tides.
Okay.
Why would he do this? None of this is in his normal demeanor to be this way. Even if he's like an angsty teen, he's still a good, aligned person. And I'll also remind you, the Lady of the Tides had a dragon form. Well, this music's not creepy.
Right.
Okay, so we didn't know who his mother was, but if she's part dragon, maybe his real mother is the Lady of the Tides.
Oh no.
Well, and if that's the case, I'm glad I'm at least somewhat neutral with her, kinda, sorta.
But
42, you said on your arcane?
For Voss.
40.
I think you said 42.
41.
All the food has a strong permanent seed illusion on them.
Okay.
And the boxes underneath have some form of necromancy. Which doesn't mean evil. Especially not in this world.
Right.
You have to open them to know more than that.
Voss is gonna pick up the piece of meat that he had pulled off, since it was.
Okay. Is that
whispering to
spell
him?
that you cast to speak with dead, that thing, does it concentration? Is it gone now? I believe it is. I just wanted to make sure. And can you roll me 2d6 as well, audience?
If it's gone, I've got 5 coins that do the same thing, Voss, because remember I bought all of them.
So talking corpse is the cast time is Cast time is 10 minutes. Range touch. Duration is 10 minutes.
8 points. Thank you, Bear.
So it lasts 10 minutes.
Okay. So you still have
can
it.
tell me if okay. And I'm gonna be because I mean if it wasn't a corpse, then it doesn't work anyway.
I know.
But it
It might be a corpse now because you tore a chunk off.
yeah.
I'm gonna ask it, like I'm gonna hold that piece up because like it said, please don't eat us.
Yep.
And it was coming from the piece I took.
No, from whatever you took it from. Like if you took it from the boar, it came from the boar.
Oh. Okay. I'm gonna talk to it in Kadraic. Same way. Be like, who are you?
When you begin to speak to it, you hear muffled noises. Like it's trying to speak.
Doctor,
Yeah, he's
You're
like
good with-
looking through the journals and books and like trying to actually help.
right, you're good with, you said you're good with traps and stuff? and
Traps,
such?
medicine, mechanical items.
I am actually looking for assistance in trying to figure out what's under these chairs, these
well,
boxes.
the boxes.
Because now I'm concerned.
I would recommend, like anyone would who's smart, don't open a box. Just don't open it. Just leave it there.
I'm getting a strong.
Clues to what is happening might be in these boxes.
Yeah, but it also could be horrible.
I
getting a
really want to open
strong
one.
Necromancy aura from each of them.
I am technically also a strong necromancy aura, boss.
Yeah, it's not the dead, but like, okay, so for example, let's
Humble
just
brag.
say, and you can hear the panic setting in. He's like, what if you open the box and it's like Christoph said, it's like a bomb? Or what if you open it and there are like, I don't know, like something disgusting in it, which I guess for me really wouldn't be that bad, but for you it might be, or poison,
Doc.
or
Doc,
You've
do you know the feeling that you get when you're concentrating on someone who's about to die, but you're very calm?
oh yeah,
Because you know
yeah, all the time. I deal with it every day.
Exactly. Breathe.
Yeah, that's not going to work. I am trapped.
But we all are. And I will say from previous experience, the best way to do it is to think through it. Don't worry. I'm not going to let anything happen to you.
I have a Eric.
He starts like fake trying, like doing his best to breathe heavy.
So occult covers keepers, right?
Yes, it does.
Cool. I want to
Or
make an
religion
occult-
too, but it's just you get different information.
I want to make a check to see if Darkane and the Lady of the Tides had a child together.
Jake caught that.
Of course I know. People die around me all the time.
So I'm sorry, what were you asking? You want to do a cult for what?
I'm rolling for an occult check to see if the Lady of the Tides and Darkane ever had any children that may or may not have hatched.
Okay.
That's a 40. That's a 47.
According to
I'm going to assist.
hit. Okay.
And I assist with a 42.
Okay, well,
And
I say,
I'm
well, okay, so I say out loud.
legendary,
So what
that gives you
bonus
plus
does that
four.
give? How much?
Gives a
I'm
plus four.
legendary.
So what does that put you up to?
That puts me up to a
51.
51.
All right. Yes, they had 2 kids. One died. The other one survived.
Died it. Mm. Sorry, Lillian's not doing the investigation, so Lillian.
You can talk all you want, though. It's totally fine. You guys are all at this table together. This big, great
Okay, so if this is being
dinner.
said out loud,
Well, here's the thing. So I wasn't saying this stuff out loud to Voss. So
Oh.
when
Right.
Voss is like, I'm going to aid, like, I guess
Oh.
might as well retcon and be like, okay, so who are Prith's parents?
You don't know.
And that's, well, no, that's when I start
Right.
saying, like, could it have been two people that we've run into in the past? Like, we spent 18 months with one of them. And that's what I would have said for Voss to justify assisting on the roll.
So with
I
that,
hear they
here's
got
what I'm going to do.
punked on.
I'm going to recap everything that's here. We're gonna go to break,
Okay.
and I'm gonna let you all talk because you have a lot of pieces. With that, yes, you know there are 2 kids, 1 passed. That's pre-sundering, way pre-sundering. She was not the Lady of the Tides originally. Remember
Right.
that. That happened because of the sundering. You also know that there are necromantic boxes under your tables. I will also remind Everston that he has pieces to a Gravelighter lantern that is tied to the plane of time and purgatory. The doctor is panicked and freaking out, which is, if he's the avatar of Darkane, obviously Darkane's either not in the body or he has the worst weakness of all time. Kristoff has dug bodies up all over Ingrad for 18 months looking for Darkane and found out about the doctor being the avatar or the possible avatar, the embodiment of Darkane. You're trapped inside of a train car that you all fucking helped build, well, in the audience. It is in motion, and you have not seen Prith since you've been in here. Lysynthia left. You were all given a drink that smells like creme brulee / something that's got like a Mexican chocolate vibe to it, a spicy chocolate to it. She cracked a red egg open to make it. The dragon that we know as Prith is good usually in general, and they are an amphibious water-based dragon, pre-sundering. And the last thing I will remind is that Prith was aged quicker due to the Fabergé egg that you all had. You were gone for 18 months, he was in that egg, it speeds up the time in which Prith ages. Those are all the moving components that you currently know. And Kristoff has a bomb and wants to get out of here. I guess I'll add that on the top of it.
I mean, that's fair.
That is his answer.
I mean, who wouldn't, right?
I will tell you, clues have been missed on the way in, but you're welcome to ask any questions when we come back from break. Cards-wise, so everybody knows what we currently have. We have a bunch of contact cards. You can use those to, if you can find a way to speak to these people who've just been muffled, the spirits or whatever it is that Voss was speaking to. I will remind there is a barrage card left if you would like to try to find a way just to bomb the train. Just saying. There is some hero points that have been played. I know Foxglove got another one. There's ever-ready arsenals in case you want to try to pull any components out. Everson can always try to grab something out of there to make a difference. We have a healing wave that was played. We have a bunch of emotional HPs, which I'm about ready to have some stuff happen with that. And I would like to remind you that there are a total of 15 victim cards
On arrow side, played this card.
with victims not attached to them. That's the things that I would like to remind everybody as we go into break. When the dark time, you send the hand of flame. These 7 exquisite members are here to light your way. In a bright, fiery ember in an ashen core, each high-facing value painted in a bright ruby, representing the relics of the true faith. And in the darkest of tides, they still glow. These UV reactive clicky clackies are meant for your collection. Get them before the pre-orders close. October 31st. Now let's let the 7 members speak for themselves. And now extended to the end of November. We have something special. The Season 1 Warlaner patches are finally here. Glow in the dark, only 95 limited run. It comes with a card of authenticity. We have something special. The Season 1 Warlaner patches are finally here. Glow in the dark, only 95 limited run. It comes with a card of authenticity, and we are excited finally to have it in our store. Link down below. And remember, like, subscribe, and share with all your friends. because when we hit 1,000 subscribers, we have something special to give away.
Is that a fun?
It is a 1.
Can't.
It is a 20.
No, that's a 20.
That's a 20.
That's a 20.
Hell yeah.
That is a nat 20, so 18.
So 18.
All right, fine. That's fine. With that said, I'm going to use the base simple morale, and I'm going to get a +1 to my roll. Audience, can I get 2d6 from you? We have a morale of 10 right now. We need to roll.
All right, everyone, get ready.
Do you extend your leg out and turn it solid like a pod? Because remember, you can.
Yeah, pretty much. And so we're just standing there. All right, everyone, smile.
Okay.
All right, good.
You just see Azuka in the background chugging some diet.
So
Belfast is always like the perpetual blinker, like in the photos, like every shot.
Well, I mean, it's still a video, so after about 5 seconds of that happening, everyone just standing there. Phil goes,
We all relax and we start talking shit.
all right, good. All right. Well, and
Hands on the hips.
just
Hands
goes
on hips.
slowly towards me, and I pick it back up, and it's that weird, like, boomer angle where they look down at their phone. All right, time to get into the frames and onwards.
Now, somewhere in that video, there's probably a good piece, and anything.
He's a rough man.
Okay, so that takes us to drive. Everyone, give him a D20 roll for drive, please. And then we'll start with Kelly again.
No.
So
Yes.
this is why
Yes.
I've been joking about the weed juice that you put in your eye, because my drive is a strange drug.
Oh my lord! Great. All right, so we're gonna save it, and we're gonna test it on screen. Oh my god. So that is the one thing I would for sure grab. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that really made it easy. So anyway, when teaching those new Divide and Try people and teaching my crew that is playing on our main show, that tool set for in between scenes helps a fucking shit ton. And that was really pretty to her competition. And how many people get too busy trying to beat their own high score in a pilot sim? Notice it's targeting one person.
Me with all the pink stuff.
Yeah, you're there. You're like waiting out front with all these things.
Cinder walks up with like 12 muffler cakes.
Even though you got all you can eat at 4.
Yeah, it's noon. I have 4 hours.
So I know
Hands
that
went off the black ogre's like, yeah, I got you something here.
Hey, thanks. But here, I got that one. Here, put that on your hand.
okay.
What's it? Oh,
So Black, you're obviously there. Green is there.
this is awesome.
Blue, do you show up after playing the squirt game?
Yeah, probably with enough prizes for everybody. Just like little.
So I need a roll
Stuffed
if
animal.
that forward to landing and arrival, unless anybody has anything very important they want to do on the ship or a scene they want before we leave.
Yeah, I was in the kitchen making oatmeal.
You're making oatmeal?
Yep, making human oatmeal.
Are you making it with crash milk?
Yeah, you know, somebody Azuka had mentioned crash milk before, and I'm like, I'll give it a shot.
So
I
it's like
mentioned
muscle milk, but for energy.
Yes.
In my brain, it's just like carbonated milk, and I'm just real gross.
Yeah.
Like a tangy
God.
carbonated milk.
Say carbonated didn't milk on air. I don't know. I'm gonna get banned for that. Nobody wants to hear that.
Just as good as homemade yogurt. Oh my
So
goodness.
as you're pouring it's carbonated. As you pour it in, it's flat at first, and you stir it, and all of a sudden it starts bubbling, and like all of the Fruit Loops are glued, super fucking strong, and I rolled a 3. He rips the bag in half, and the chips go all over the fucking table, all over the digital paperwork. Kasha's like, don't worry. And he starts scooping them all. He pulls his shirt out and scoops them all into his shirt and starts eating them out of his shirt.
I feel like one of them like flew up and hit the general like in
100%. It like hit him in the face, 100%. And he's like,
100%.
This is yours. And he just passes it across the table.
Also loves the new nickname. Like, really loves it. Don't you, Phosphor?
I told you this was the right decision.
Helping an evil undead bird?
Brilliant.
I take it all back. You were totally on the money. That beautiful bird is offering to take us to Daedalus's secret treasure.
Trying to get away. She's bleeding like that goldish energy out of her. Especially with that ghoul hitter, like right here.
Grab someone.
Reach out and hug someone.
I'm grabbed, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, and that only needs one hand, so I'm using my other hand to pound on her.
Sure.
Just palm her face into the deck.
You want me to trip her?
Phil is to be quite fair, I've only been here for like half the break between, things were inactive. I've never actually been in the Green Ogre yet. Like
Oh no.
Oh no.
I've just been in the VR training room the whole time.
We're gonna have another argument about what are
Kelly.
Wearing the suit, it doesn't really constrict. It's not like a tight suit. It just almost looks like a weird like black and green like garbage bag over my big like teardrop body.
No. Well, there's a button you can hit just like
the inverse
Back to the Future where it goes.
Oh hell yeah! Then I do that. Yeah, and it squelches me into like a
you kind of squirt it out of the top of it.
Yeah, and like
fills
settle
it in,
into like this like humanoid human form.
Can you aim your camera up some Green Ogre? He's like chopping your head off. There.
If you all are drinking Diet Code Red Crash XL,
no one's drinking that besides you.
That
That stuff is disgusting. Who drinks that? Swill. Azuka.
I prefer the Baja Blaster.
Oh my god.
The blue Baja Blaster, that's where your endorsement came
I can't.
That's right.
I can't.
Okay. I can't either. Everyone got their numbers in there?
Oh,
who's this fucking guy?
We have a drain brandaged cinder.
A drain brandaged?
Hi.
That's what the screen says, man.
Drain bramage? Oh, I didn't even realize Todd did that. Oh my
That's
god.
why I've been laughing the entire time.
You didn't notice that?
Holy shit.
Todd, I noticed it.
I saw because it's so small for me on the screen.
Just fighter things.
Yeah, just I mean, you're right though. It is actually only fighters that get this shit in PF2. But I'm feeling pretty good still. I'm all right. As long as you don't crit me.
47.
Cool. How much is that crit damage? God damn it.
Got him.
That's all right. My big bag gets to go here.
48.
But you're gonna stealth follow them. Well, you don't need to roll. I just need passive because you're more than 30 foot from them. So what's your passive?
Okay, so my passive stealth is a 31.
All right, P stealth, Sonora stealth, 31.
So you guys is here like, okay, so here's the deal. I did a little bit of thinking. It took me like maybe 30 seconds. I'm not sure. I'm still discombobulated from being asleep for 18 months. I feel like we've got like between a day and a week before they actually do the ritual. Apparently they've just been like doing walkthroughs. I'm not sure what they
Tech
need
rehearsal.
exactly to complete this. Yeah, tech rehearsal, kind of. I'm thinking the leader is using either a book or a scroll or a ritual. So, Foxglove, I might need to pick your brain on that, depending on how much time we actually do have. Oh, hold on, I got snow on my face. I'm trying to stealth behind.
Oh, one more time. What was that, Drew? What was the level?
Level 14.
Oof, you can't get that in the city. You're level.
Yeah, we have to wait for it.
Once you get to Cadra, yeah. Once you get back, you could have even said you had the order out for him. And once you get back,
okay.
they can just be delivered from the. So everything that gets delivered to Merrifield is at the air tower and the grounds around it and storage until you re-arrive, and then they bring all that stuff in and distribute it out. So you could have ordered it there.
Do you have the inventor feat?
No.
As I say, if you had the inventor feat, you could just create the formula for it on your own. Same as if you were crafting something else.
Todd, I was.
You just craft the formula.
I was deliberately never mentioning that.
Okay, well, I know what I'm. Actually,
would you like me to make it?
God damn it, Todd!
Oh, do you have it?
Yes.
Yeah,
I do have
love
inventor.
Quick
Oh, it has
question,
numerous modes.
GM.
He clicks it again, and it turns into a 3D environment. But it's like all hard light. You need a good sized room. I recommend something that's like 50 by 50 at the smallest. It's like VR. If you have too tiny of a space, you're gonna hurt yourself.
Yeah.
Do you accept
Awesome
apple?
lady
I mean
played
gold?
this
Do you accept
card.
gold?
I need a co-pilot.
I'm a dwarf.
Always.
Yeah, of course I accept gold. So I'm not wearing an earbud right now so that they can do whatever it is they're doing. We'll see how it turns out. I'm gonna even mute myself in there. You guys should still be able to hear me here. Should be just fine. They can't hear me in there, which is great. Thank you for everyone who's played Stream Loot Cards tonight. We have a ton of stuff coming up in the next couple of weeks. If we hit that 1313 number, which we're super close to hitting, we'll do our Darkest House marathon. We're gonna have guest stars come on and come play with us for that. I'm pretty excited. It uses Monty Cook Games Darkest House rules. A few people, I think Serving Hands has played it, Amir has played, and then Andy and I think Craig all played in a Darkest House thing we did for an auction last year. So they know what it is. It's super fucking fun. So the reason I'm not wearing anything is because I don't want to hear what they're doing or what they're discussing or how they're going to do this. I've created this. They kind of had it right. I created a mystery room, and they're trying to figure out what's going on. But I've been planning this for quite some episodes. So I have a few, those who are new and haven't seen this, Pox Gibberknife made this amazing book for me for Ethauntia. It has the logo, and then on the back it has this. And I have a bunch of different marks. Maybe after the season's done, I'll go through my note taking. But I have marks for secrets in a special color. So when I flip through, you can see all the notes. And right now, all these pieces are secrets to the puzzle. That's what I'll say. So I can see all them discussing in the background. Let's see if they're ready. I don't know. Put an earpiece in here. Can I earpiece? Are you guys ready? Do you need another minute? Okay, I'll take it out. They're still discussing something. I'm giving them a chance. I'm giving them a chance to figure this out. So I can't hear anything that they're doing. I will talk to the audience about this. So if you have not seen the new dice, I will show this off. We'll do a little show and tell while they're having a discussion, right? People ordered them. The first set is going to go. We're sleuths. Yes, you're sleuthing. So I got a new purple one. It says not to shine on your hand or on things and damages stuff. But just so you all can see, the new dice, the spindly, beautiful dice, they are actually like fiery sky ones. These are the dice. These will be up through the end of this month. So you guys can purchase them if you don't have them. That's what was in during the intermission. The new dice box is up. That'll be in through December sometime. And then the normal Ethauntia dice boxes will be there for as long as we're playing Ethauntia. When we do campaign 2, we'll do some new stuff. But we've been doing this as a way to support the show because we have this cast. We're good. All right, awesome. I'm getting the support the cast and support the show. But yeah, let's get back into this and see if they can outthink the GM. I love giving GMs a chance or players a chance to talk without me talking and being a part of it. I know, and see if it's good. See how this turns out. All right, cast. Like Cynthia to get us pizzas. You knock on the door, she's like, you rang? No. Jesus Christ.
Some garlic sauce.
Some garlic sauce. Gotta get that Papa, that John, that what would it be? Jappa John's garlic sauce, please.
Papa Bob's, eat funky, eat
Papa
fresh.
Papa Bob's.
Papa Bob's.
So
I think
with
it's Father
that,
Jonathan's. I think it's a
Father
church.
Jonathan's Christy Crusty Sinful Pizza.
Daddy Jack's.
So
Oh God.
Also,
So with that said, we do this in a lot of our home table games. We've done this like when we play at home, where I will leave as the GM, not know anything that's going on, just to see if they can come up with something without me giving any facial expressions, because I don't want to give away anything if they guess right. And I like doing it in the problem-solving stuff. I know the problem-solving stuff is not everyone's favorite, but I like problems and I like solving, so fuck you, we're doing it. That's kind of what that came down to. With that said, we get back to the table. We know what's going on. What is the first thing the crew wants to do? I know you have the Gravelighters have put out that ore. You've asked him to help with the boxes. He's heavy breathing into like a canvas bag somewhere in the corner as a panicked individual. What's the plan? Whose box are you going to look over? Okay. You grab the box. Yours is, when you pick up the package, it scrunches in. They're not actually a hard box. They're like wrapped, like butcher block paper wrapped packages. You're muted, I think. Just you. There you go. Now you're not. It's just Kelly that was muted.
Just me. I'm just muted.
It's just Kelly.
Doesn't want to hear my bullshit.
Yep. I don't want to hear her fucking back on her bullshit. So anyway, you're going to check the package under your chair. So
Yeah.
you grab it. It's crunches in. It has a shape to it.
Okay. Like I said, I'm gonna search it.
Sure.
I know it's like look for traps. Like, is there anthrax in there? Who knows?
I mean, one can only hope.
I'm gonna use.
And are you all sitting in your seat still? Or are you all gathering around? Like, in this room, there's some shelves and stuff around, but there's really nothing there. There's just like, books and servings, dishes that they need and stuff like that. There's the bar cart, but other than that, it's just this table and the room and your chairs. It's a very tight space.
I have 47 perception.
It is not trapped.
Okay.
There doesn't seem to be any trap to it. It is a butcher block wrapping paper with twine.
Okay. So as I'm like
very similar
down,
to Todd's package.
Okay. I'm writing down some notes. Are my notes legible?
No.
Cool. Well, can anyone read my handwriting? Because normally I can, but now I can't.
It's like scrawled swirls and scribbles. You could spend time to maybe try to decipher it, but it would be difficult. Serving kids.
Can I read it?
No.
No, I just held it up to everybody.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, those old spiral graphs you got that would just draw random shit. It looks like that.
Christoph, do you have that device on you?
The explosions? Yeah, absolutely.
No, not the explosions.
The gun?
Do you remember? No. Do you remember the device that you told me about that can wake you up when you start stirring?
Yeah, I'm not wearing it, but I can.
Cool. I'm like, fantastic. I'm like, Christoph, can you read my handwriting?
No. Also, that is horrible penmanship. I thought you taught better than that.
Well, one of the key signs of being in a dream is not being able to read while in a dream.
Oh shit! I should have wore that device. Is what he says immediately after you say that. I wasn't wearing it. It looks bad. It's a big collar with spikes in it. I figured that wouldn't look too good with the ensemble.
No, it wouldn't.
In the corner, you just hear.
Well, if that's the case, then and he kind of nods his head at the table.
Want to finish investigating this dream.
Oh, that is not what I was expecting, but okay.
Well, because I just okay, so obviously we're all trapped in a very similar dream, or the same dream. I'm not 100% sure.
That's a very good question.
Why Cynthia may have also been
Wait a minute.
trapped in a dream.
That's a very good question. Yeah.
Nora, where do we all go when we want to be together in a dream?
Train, isn't it?
It's a
where's
dream
the train?
within a dream. It's not the train. It's my car. And we're not there yet.
Are you sure?
I don't know, which is why I want to take a look at the package. Mine is not trapped, as far as I can tell.
Correct.
Right.
So
They look an awful lot like the one that was at my shop before I arrived here.
oof, what did you get at your shop, Everston?
And I'll pull out the pieces.
Looks to be part of a lantern connected to. That's a grave lighter lantern connected to purgatory and I believe time. That certainly has to mean something.
Sorry, what?
Okay, let's shelve that conversation for now, since we know that we are dreaming.
Similar wrapping, so I just thought perhaps it was.
No, that's good
related.
information to know. Let's shelve the rest of it for now.
Right.
Does anyone have any objections to me opening up this butcher wrap?
No, I don't. Hang on. He's gonna come around the table.
Can we get the doctor some tea or something to keep him awake?
Oh, he's panicking into like a leather bag, like a wineskin. He's just heavy breathing. Head between his legs.
I just
Doesn't he have his
Doctor, no, he doesn't. Doctor, I just want to take a look at this real quick. And then I think I can wake us all up.
Wake us up. No. What do you mean wake us up? We're not sleeping right now. There's no way we are sleeping. I don't sleep.
Can you read this?
Yeah, I hold up my journal notes. Can you read this? I give him my journal
I
notes.
read 14 languages. No, I can't read that. I'm asleep. I'm asleep. Oh, fuck. I'm asleep. Oh, fuck.
Don't
I'm asleep.
worry. Look, is it? Are we necessarily asleep? I mean, we've been in situations before where we're not actually physically.
Are you trying to calm him down while I open up the butcher wrap?
I'm gonna do a classic. Like,
Everson just walks over and goes, funk.
Like,
Holds him down. Just grabs the chair with him in it.
Oh Lord. I'm over here looking at Soothe, and I'm like, this was not a well-named spell.
I would like to remind you that you have emotional HP healing cards, and he is definitely taking
emotional damage.
Do I want to spend some emotional healing to get him?
Yes, please.
Calm down.
Okay. I will say he's at a threshold. I don't want to say what it is unless you're willing to risk a roll to try to figure out. But if you're willing to heal him up some, we have a bunch of the ones that give him 1 hit point, and then for the emotional support card, which is the big one, we have MDK. We have emotional support cards. Anna's played one today. We have some from Serving Hands and Allie from the last shows. If you would like to use one of those to heal him up some, you can. If so, how many would you like to do? And who's administering the emotional support?
Not to put too much pressure on Foxglove, but since she's the only one who's like friendly-ish with him, or more than friendly, I think she's probably the best bet to try and calm him down.
Anybody else? So is Everston holding him down? Or holding him in case he freaks out?
Hands played this
I think,
card.
yeah, not Not grappling.
Like just
but
in case. You're
support.
so you move over to where Foxglove is because he's in that corner.
I pull from my ever-ready arsenal a rag, and I'm like, does this smell like chloroform to you?
Would you like to pull an item from your bag?
No, I don't want him sleeping in a dream in case this is a dream.
All right. So with that said, do you
I
want to
need
start?
Inception him.
Do you want to start with a package, or do you want to start with calming him?
I want to try start with calming him because
All right,
if it
sweet.
goes
Okay,
south-
that takes us over to the two people who are next to him. Hey, you two! What could go wrong?
Nothing.
Who is going to do the
Great.
calming, and who is going to do the holding if he spazzes out?
I think
I'll
I'm
calm
gonna.
him. No.
Yeah.
calm
ahead.
him, and then Foxglove will. We already figured this out.
Everston will perform the ceremony.
Okay.
I am ordained.
Okay. But yes, Foxglove is absolutely like already working on. I'm gonna go ahead and actually. Oh, this is dumb, but I'm gonna cast Soothe. Not so much for the hit points portion. But
Okay.
for the next minute, he is going to have a +2 status bonus to saves against mental effects.
Okay, I will mark down he has a +2 to that. That's very kind of you. How many emotional support cards would you like to play?
Yes.
How many?
What is the total that you said? You said we had a good amount.
For emotional support cards, you have 10 in total. Now, I'll remind you that some of you may take emotional damage during this journey as well.
It's very true.
And it heals, so you know, it heals 4d8 plus 10. It heals a good amount.
Okay. Are you all comfortable with like 3 or 4? I
Go
don't
for
know.
it.
Is that too much? Is that too little?
He's the avatar.
Well, if you'd like to know
of
how damaged
bad
he is,
guy.
you would have to make a medicine
Go
check.
for it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah.
Would you
Fair,
like to
fair.
do a
Caesar,
check on him
emotional
first with medicine?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
It can't hurt.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead, Foxglove. Hey, you're busy, Nora. Don't make me mute you.
That is a nat 20 plus 20 for 40.
Not only is he very low and emotionally drained, because he doesn't sleep, he is never healthy.
Ah.
He does
Yeah,
not
you're a
sleep.
doctor.
Period. He is an abandoned that has found a way to not have to rest.
Okay. Okay.
How many would you like to use?
4.
All right, well, it's 48. Can I get the audience to give me 4 sets of 48, please? We'll add the 40 on at the end. We'll see how healed he is. I'm going to roll a save for him right now to see how that goes.
Finding out that info, I added another one.
Okay, so 48. Yeah, just start rolling and we'll add them all up. That's going to be Foxglove's job. Go ahead and add that up for me, and we're going to go back to the big cam.
I'm sorry, I panicked. Okay.
Cool. Nora, you opening up your box? Phrasing
Yep.
included?
Yep.
So you start unwrapping it, or are you
Wait, my
cutting it
kid's there.
open? It's not trapped, or are you just tearing it open? Like, are you a
I'm a
wrapping paper saver?
Yes. Because it might have clues on it later.
Jesus Christ.
Plus, it's got a grid on the back, so you can play tabletop games with it.
True.
Right.
Kate, good old gaming paper. So is Voss going to also be over there with her?
I moved around to
Well,
be
move
next
your
to her,
characters
and
where
I'm-
you are. I'm going to move
And-
Everston. Actually, Everston should be much larger than that, but we need to fit on the screen. Yep.
And I'm gonna cast shield so that it's ready to raise in case something goes off.
Okay. Protect yourself. Check.
No, well, protect Nora. I'm standing behind her.
Shield
Like,
only works for you, buddy.
Yeah. That's fine, dude. Cast it to
You
protect
can be
yourself.
a
It's fine.
Psychic can help others.
Yeah.
Just
He's
cast
not
it. It's
psychic.
fine. Don't worry about it.
So,
All right.
You open it up. Inside, there is a secondary bundle that is wrapped up with twine around it, like balled. Like, not balled, rolled. And then next to that is a wooden doll's body.
What does this wooden doll look like, Eric? Since it was under my chair.
It just looks like a wooden doll's body. There's nothing on it.
Okay.
There's a little roll of something in there with it. Like they rolled up a separate package and wrapped it with it.
Okay. Boss, do you still have detect magic up?
He can just recast its cantrip.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, I just.
But that means he can't have shield up.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Can you?
Detect magic is, I think it's 2 actions.
This is a reaction to use the shield. You cast it first. That's right. They changed it.
Yeah.
It's much better than it used to be. Okay. Would you like to cast it again?
Sure.
Heavily necromantic.
The doll or the package or both?
The doll body and whatever's in the wrapped up, the rolled up package. Now, when you pack your clothes and you're really trying to fit as much in luggage as you can, and you roll it, it looks like that, but if it was rolled with paper.
Okay, I'm going to look over the smaller package.
You gonna open it?
I'm looking for, see if it's, I know this is
Trapped?
dumb, I'm looking
Sure.
to see if it's trapped.
No, go ahead. What was the total healing there, Foxglove, with the plus 40?
115.
All right.
Whoa, that's not correct. A 45 on the second smaller package.
Oh, not trapped.
Okay. I will open that as well, I guess, carefully.
It is this patinaed robe with a weird shoulder plate on one side. It's like a dress with straps on it that you would put on the doll, like clothing for it.
Can I roll society to figure out what the clothes are supposed to represent, or if they have some sort of heraldry or something on them?
Yeah, I mean, you only have the body part of it, but sure, yeah.
Well, anything at this point.
No, give me a roll. Yeah, Voss, you're there as well. While they're fixing Panic Man in the corner.
So. I would write it down, but I can't. I got a 35.
Voss, you can make a roll as well if you'd like.
Yeah.
I got a 27 society.
It doesn't ring a bell. Nothing you can think of offhand.
History Society, right?
Yeah. I know the audience can't see this. I'm gonna switch so they can see this. Nope. It has nothing to do with grave lighters.
Okay.
All right.
It's a doll's body, no head. That is correct, DK.
Doll's body, but no head. I'm going to. I don't like messing around this much time. I'm going to take a look at Everston's to see if the package is larger than mine was.
No, it is 2 pieces wrapped and then paper wrapped around it when you kind of feel over the package. You know, you cheat at Christmas to see what you get. Right. It's 2 cylinders wrapped together.
It's not larger or anything?
Nope, about the same size as the body. Are you gathering all the packages?
No, because,
I will say,
unfortunately.
I think there's a spirit in mine.
What do you mean there's a spirit in yours?
I think there's a spirit in my package. When I was looking earlier, I saw something.
Okay, well, let's take a look at the rest of them then.
Okay, are you going to open up Everston's then? The panic in the corner is more like... He's calmed down a little bit. And he's got his hand on Foxglove's shoulder, trying to keep himself in check.
So, I mean, should I just roll for all of them to make sure that they're not trapped?
You could do it as one group if you want. I'm fine with that.
Okay. Just because I don't want to burn too much time.
No, yeah, I know. I'm totally fine. I'm still waiting for you. I make 5 challenge checks with 1 action. Bullshit.
Well, I'm about to.
Yeah,
So,
I know.
That's a 37 for the rest of them.
Okay. None of them are trapped.
Okay. I'm going to.
That'd be expensive.
Yeah, it would be. Well, I mean, considering everything else has been going on so far, might not be that surprising.
True. Yeah, you're right.
So then I open them all. Are they all the same style?
They are wooden legs, wooden arms, and then there is a head with the face piece gone.
Okay, so everyone else's has the head with the face piece gone?
One has a head with a face piece. That's Voss's. Everston's was legs, and then Lillian's were arms.
I really hate being herded into a situation.
Do they all have the robe or no?
The robe is in yours. There are shoes in a separate little package with Everston's. They look like boots, and they have like another little armor piece on one of the knees. And then the arms have a bracer on one with like long fingernails. And the headpiece, it's missing the face for it. It's just hollow. And there's a little area to hold something on the inside.
Does this look like a doll of a retinue?
No. Good guess.
I was going to start doing all my checks to see arcane, occult.
Cool, yeah. Roll your bullshit. While you're rolling that stuff, the doctor stops panicking and he stops breathing. He sets down the bag, and without looking at like Lillian or Everston, he goes, "I for years have been keeping myself awake to make sure nothing bad happens to everyone, and it has worked for some time. But we need to get out of here." And he like looks up at Foxglove, like with that, like, we need to leave here before they find me.
Yes. Look, just because you're in a dream does not mean that you are necessarily asleep right now, but I do agree. We need
If
to...
this is the idea of a dream to you, this is closer to a nightmare to me than a dream.
Yes. You and I both.
We can just leave, wake up somehow. There has to be a way. I don't have my doctor's bag with me because I fucking left it for this thing.
Well, learning experience. We are never leaving certain items, and she's also going to...
You're like, in the bag once.
So, yeah.
Overhearing that conversation, I'm like, Nora, should we do the thing?
Let me just get this memorized first, and then we will do the thing.
I don't know what the thing is. I want to know what the thing is. What's in the box? No, I want...
Okay, so my
doll.
My checks for the doll, now that we have everything, including the full outfit.
Okay.
Arcane 32.
Okay, nothing.
Occult 47.
Yes, it looks like the dolls that are given to children as a warning for the Lady of the Tides.
Ooh.
Like, if you're bad, the Lady of the Tides will come for you.
So this is what she looks like?
Yeah, it's like a robe. The armor piece looks a little bit like a crustacean shell. The knee kind of has that feel. The bracer does. She has the long fingertips. But there's no face.
Society 42.
This is a common piece given to kids, like I said before. The only other thing you would know is that sometimes the dolls were enchanted to whisper to bad kids to like creep them out and scare them for wandering away from the house. But really, the True Faith used them as a way to protect kids. It was put in the room, and they were usually used as like a protection against the tides. It was just that kind of like parents' warning, but really it was like having a bag full of bones and teeth. It's just the True Faith version of it. And that socket that's in it is where you would put something fettered, usually like an animal or a pet or something along those lines. So it's, even though it's a warning, it was comforting.
Right. Religion 30.
When they made these things, the type that you have in your hand right now was not the ones handed out. They weren't wooden. They were sewn and stuffed. Elf on a shelf. Kind
Yes.
of. I didn't even think about that.
And then I know this is probably nothing, but I also rolled Gravelighter 39.
Gravelighters know that dolls are the most commonly possessed thing by spirits because they can be mobile. Legs, arms, hands that function a lot of times.
So really, it's that doll that we've been laughing at this entire time.
It doesn't have
Yes.
a face, though.
It doesn't have a face. All right.
Does
Well,
the brass mask that I have of the 72-year-old grandmother look like it would fit on this thing?
Oh, absolutely.
do you want to put it on now while we're all still sleeping, or do we want to try and take this with us to the waking world?
Why do you want to assemble this?
Because it might.
I'm assuming you have not plugged the joints in yet.
No.
They're just
No.
out,
Especially
like you
after that last part.
dissected it.
Yes, after that last part. No.
But yeah,
I'm not.
you hold up the mask and looking at the mask now, like it's bronze, not brass.
Mm-hmm.
It's tarnished.
Mm-hmm.
And it does look like it would fit. And the back of the mask has a divot, so think of 4 bars that go in the middle to hold whatever the fettered item would be, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when you put the mask on, it would kind of hold it all in place. And there's an opening where the mouth would be.
It's kind of like the keystone for the whole.
Mm-hmm. Similar to how Everston's built. He's got the one gem that kind of runs everything for him.
Lillian is over there wondering if she can just convince the doctor this is a very elaborate escape room.
Here, let me just. Here you go. Here, let me just make sure we're all on the same page here. Here you go.
Yeah. There we go.
That's
Got
right. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
You're
Thanks. I
welcome.
love it.
Thanks, AW.
So we can either try and put the mask on it now, or we can try and take it with us when we wake up. Part of me doesn't want to assemble it or have it talk at all, because technically they were originally given as warnings to the, as a warning for the lady, like the Lady of the Tides will come after you if you misbehave, if you try and escape. Yeah. But on the other hand, they were actually meant to help be protected. They're supposed to be protective items provided by the true faith. Mm-hmm. So either this was
what was the intent behind the doll?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure so what was the intent behind the doll? This is a dream that we're trapped in. Is this something that may have been provided by Prith or Lycynthia's group, or something to help warn us and protect us, or is it something that was set up as a trap while we're already here?
I might be able to help with some insight there.
Kristoff goes, I can fit an explosive in that head. I'm just telling you, we need to get the fuck out of here. This guy is panicking like crazy. And I don't know why, because Kristoff wouldn't know anything about the doctor other than he could be the avatar, but he doesn't know why he's panicking.
Well, I mean, that's why I'm saying, we can either figure it out now, or we can try and figure it out in the waking world.
Nora, if this is, Kristoff says, if you were to put it together and make it function, and we decide it's bad and we were to leave, it would leave that version of it in the dream, right? So maybe putting it together would be the right idea in case we need to bounce because it's bad.
Right.
That's just me thinking out loud. So what's the next part of your guys' plan that I didn't hear here? What are we doing here, group? Do you need another minute to talk with the audience?
No. Okay. Foxglove is casting retrocognition.
What the fuck is that?
That's,
Hold on. We're going back to the Lillian page. I mean the battle cam. Hold on, Lillian. 1 minute cast time. So you take a minute casting while he's panicking. We'll assume you did that.
And this is not heightened for the record.
Okay.
This is only for the 24
Opening your mind to the occult echoes, you gain impressions from past. Fuck this spell. Fuck this spell. Hey, your GM is cryptic. Let's solve it with a spell. Oh my god. Okay. Impressions from events that occurred over the course of the last day throughout the first minute of the duration, followed by the impressions from the next day back, the next minute, and so on. How many minutes can you concentrate and hold this for? Sustained.
I only care about this for 1 minute for 1 day.
I would do, if I were you, I would do more than 1 minute personally.
2 minutes it is.
So, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you stuff for each day. You decide when you need to stop.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
So, what's the first part here? If you witness traumatic or turbulent event through the impression, the spell ends unless you succeed at a will save DC. Cool. Okay. What does this look like when you cast the spell?
She's just going to kind of kneel down and brush a little bit of the new fancy silk dress out of the way, and put a hand down on the wood and just kind of close her eyes and focus on the room and just meditate.
Do your eyes like turn white or anything like that? There's got to be more to it than that. You are using a 7th level spell.
Oh yeah, that's true.
This isn't a cantrip, girl. This is the fuck you GM spell.
She's trying to be subtle in front of the man
I don't think you can be that subtle in a small, confined room with a panicked individual while you're casting a 7th level spell.
When you look into Lillian's eyes, it's just the GM just ripping up their notes and walking away.
We get psychic impressions of frustration.
The first thing that needs to happen when you do this and you see the image of Darkane immediately,
okay,
pulling apart a doll, swearing in another language or cursing in another language, yanking one of these Lady the Tide dolls apart. I need Everston to give me an athletics check to stop the doctor from charging the witch in the room.
I got you. It's 39.
Cool. I'm held still. He reaches out to grab her, like panicked as she's doing this. It's like, no, he's got her, and he's like trying to grab a hold of her. So you stop him from disrupting the spell. I need your first will save. When he rips the doll apart, blood is filling the air.
Well, I hate that, but I love that. That's a 19 on the dice. So
now this goes from the day previous and keeps going back from when the doll was made. Right? Is that correct?
It's in the room. What's in the room, right?
It's a room, not a doll. I thought it was an object.
Going back every day.
Hold on.
Is it the room?
Current location.
Oh fuck.
So
then let me rewind. Let me rewind. Prith is wrapping up all of the gifts on the table in here and putting them under there while whistling.
Okay.
And he is sponging the blood off of the table around all of the stuff that's here. When you see the swaths that he's wiping, the areas are much larger than the pieces of food on the table. It would be like if you're wiping a chalk outline around a body, because the entire table is covered in blood.
Oh gosh. Okay.
He's whistling.
I hate it. Chris, why, baby?
You got your will save. Would you like to go back another day?
Yep.
The day previous, in this room, it is Tenwick's office.
Great.
Everything is pushed out of the way. Curtains are pushed over top of all of like the bookcases and things like that. The floor has got a new rug rolled out. And they set a new table in the room where her table that you guys all gather around is at. And he's whistling again. And you see Lysynthia there. You see, hold on here, let me get notes. You see Lysynthia, the plant keeper for Nora, I forgot her name.
Daria.
Daria, she's there. You see some random citizens.
What's up, Raven?
You see let's see here. You see the assistant for Dr. Marston, and you see one of the girls from the Gray Lotus that you know, as they're helping set the room. No will save needed for this one. Would you like to go back another day?
Yes.
Okay. You go back another day. This room is Tenwick's office. There is a perception check that is needed from you.
Not
committed
so great. That's a
crime
31.
scene
I'm going to use a
In
patch.
my fucking office.
31, okay. So you're going to use a patch. All right, go ahead.
Explains why we're here.
That is a 32.
Woo!
32. There is a small, glowing, greenish, dripping viewing device in the room that is flying around the space. If you want to give me an Arcana roll, you could learn maybe what it is.
Okay. Okay. Over. No occult.
Nope, Arcane. I mean, I guess occult would work. I think it might be on your list as well.
I have any other hero points?
Oh, you do have hero points. People have
one
played some for you
tonight.
tonight, actually.
So, okay, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We're gonna hero point that nat 1.
Ooh. Okay.
Good choice. Good choice.
Good choice. Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah, that's not much better. That's gonna be 29.
You know it's a spell, but you do not know what it is offhand. Maybe talking with Voss when you come out of it, he can help you.
Okay.
Would you like to go back another day?
Yes.
The day before, all the rugs are pulled back. Nora is not here. You do hear someone leave, it sounds like Nora, out of the train car at some point. Probably her just doing her rounds, doing things she's doing. The rugs are pulled back, and you hear the sound of chisels as you see Prith chiseling stuff in the floor, whistling again.
Does it look like he's like chiseling a...
He's chiseling like something in the floor, and then he reaches out a frame in the room and pulls a body into the room and cuts them and drains blood into the symbol.
Do we recognize the body?
Can I get an occult roll first from you for the symbol?
Are we burning through all 13 victim cards?
I'm gonna use another
Yes.
hero point, and I think it's my last one. I hate this. Oh, my last rolls have been a 1, a 3, and a 2.
Not my fault.
Nat 20. Here we go. Nat 20.
3.
Boulder B.
Let's get a 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's just go in a row.
Should I... Boulder B? Boulder B.
You want to go with the guy who's no longer around? Yeah, go ahead.
That's a 5 on the dice for a 31.
You don't know what they are casting, but the body looks like one of the brothel members for the Grey Lotus. After they're done, he grabs it, pulls the body into frame, picks them up and blows on them, and the body animates.
Their union's no joke. This guy's in trouble.
Would you like to go back another day?
Yep.
Cool. I need a will save for the site of one of the brothel members getting gutted, cut up, used as components for some spell.
We go big or we go small. That's a 19 on the dice for the will save. That's
All right.
gonna be 41.
You go back another day. It is pitch black in the room. You hear noise, but you see nothing. There's a scream. The fireplace at the end of the office lights up. It dies out. The screams go away. It's pitch black. Do you have dark vision?
I have snake vision.
That is not... What, do you lick the air? Like, what the fuck?
It gets dark and she shoots snakes out of her eyes.
That's a great question. I don't believe I do.
It's pitch black. You see nothing else in the room. You hear a scream. You don't see anything horrifying. You've heard blood-curdling screams. I won't make you will save for that. If you go back another day, it just is darkness. You see Nora going about her business. There's really nothing else to see in this room.
Okay.
I mean, it would just be like day after day after day. I don't know how many minutes you want to sit here focusing on it. I do need Everston to make me 2 other athletics checks as he is trying to scramble out to stop her. He's not attacking you or anything. He's just trying to slip the grip. You know what I mean? Uh-oh. You're trying to get her some hero points.
I'm gonna spend my patch because that was a very low.
Okay, patch for you. Okay. Obviously, Nora, Voss,
And
while
they-
you're figuring things out, you can see Everston holding this man back.
I'm gonna stay close to.
Converted it to an even lower.
He gets loose during
Okay,
the second to last day she's gonna stop, and he grabs her and starts shaking the
No.
shit out of
No,
her.
because when I saw this, I stayed next to her so that I could intercept.
Give me an athletics check as he's trying to shake the shit out of Lillian.
Athletics.
Not trying to hurt her. I will say that out. He's like not running with a knife and like stabbing her in the face or something.
You know,
Yet.
I'll take that 40.
Okay, you stop him. She gets to finish what she's doing. She would wake up out of it as she's wanting to. And then what do you guys want her to do?
So when her eyes open, her little slit pupils have engulfed her entire eyes.
Oh,
and
he
she is just going to
stumbles
like, fall.
backwards when he sees that.
Yeah. So she's gonna just kind of like shake it off.
It's a dream. She's actually a human. She's a human. It's a dream. It's a dream. It's a dream. And he starts panicking again.
Either download now or download after. Or either you tell us now, or should we just bail? You were out for 5 minutes.
Tenwick, this is your office, so that's great news. Except it's really not. Prith is not the Prith that we know. He is acting with the same demeanor, but he has definitely committed murders in this room, and I think we need to figure out how to leave as soon as possible.
Serving hands.
Gonna mention that you're in Tenwick's office?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, he did what in my office?
There are rugs on the floor right now, right?
Yeah, there is a rug on the floor.
I'm gonna rip it up.
You're gonna move the table to do it? I don't know if you ever tried to move a rug when a table's on it. Shit's not easy.
Yeah.
Move the table at least enough to flip it open.
Mm-hmm.
I will tell you, physically, you go to move the table, and it is way too heavy. Everston can maybe force it out of its position, but it's a train, and things are bolted down.
Cool. So
Up to you if you want to take time to do that. You can. It will just take time.
can we just cut the rug?
Yeah, if you want to try cutting the rug, damaging the rug, I'm not opposed to that. I'm just giving you a heads up.
Voss, do you see any harm in cutting this rug open?
Detect magic is still up. The rug wasn't magical, was it?
Every floor in this room and wall and ceiling is magical.
Right, the floor is. The rug is not.
It doesn't seem to be, no.
It looks like it would probably be all right, yeah.
I'm going to... I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm going to see if there's any like little weird wires or...
You're looking for a
things that
trap? You're looking for a trap?
Yeah, I'm looking for traps.
All right, give me a roll.
Traps. Traps on the rug.
Ever since Core's a microwave.
A
solar wave?
That's pretty good. I got 47.
Solar powered.
No, it is not trapped. It's just a rug that is basically the rug's down and the table's bolted through the rug, which is normal on the train. They just don't want things to move.
If this is my dream, I have my satchel with me, so I pull out an exquisite sword cane.
Okay, you start cutting away.
cutting the rug,
Underneath,
yes.
it's a wooden floor.
Are there any...
You don't see
I was gonna say, do I see
any. You don't
anything?
see any etchings or anything.
Even if I do perception to take a closer
You
look.
can make a perception check if you'd like.
Okay.
Are you touching the floor, like feeling it out, like for Braille?
Not yet.
Okay.
That was bad. I'm going to. I guess I'm going to use a hero point.
Swallow this coffee.
That's a lot better. That's a lot better. I got a 47.
Visually, you see nothing, but as you pull a piece of rug across, it hits a divot. Like as you cut it open, you pull a piece away, it hits something and moves. But it is minuscule. Only Nora Tenwick would catch it. Or maybe Voss. Voss is super perceptive as well, if I remember correctly.
There's markings. Yeah, there's markings on the floor. They're barely visible.
Would anyone like to do anything?
I mean, so if he did this in the real world, then it will be there when we wake up.
You got it.
So, are we assembling the doll now in case we need to punt it and leave it here?
And do you mention Lillian seeing that green floating object in part of it?
Yeah, I'm like, as probably while the carpet's being ripped up, she's giving the cliff notes on everything that she saw.
Voss, if you would like to make an arcane check on that, you can.
She's also mentioning the people that she saw involved with helping set it up.
Sure.
42.
It is a device used for scrying.
Like the
Man,
sensor
that's
that
on my-
pops
You
into
got it.
existence.
You got
That's
it.
on my list to get my place fucking scry-proofed and couldn't get to it, so here we are.
Hey, man,
Right.
I have been working months on getting this set up.
That's a.
I had to look at all the shit that Nora's done to her office. I will say that the doll starts to shake. The parts of it do.
Serving hands.
There is a ghost info. You could talk to the spirit if you'd like, if they're in the room. She did give you the ability to speak to a ghost.
Yes, absolutely.
Cool. Would you like to talk to the mask?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
So you pull the mask out. Is that the next order of actions? Is that what we're doing? Is the mask right now?
Yes, yeah. Because
These were meant as a warning. Perhaps we should have it here just in case it's helpful. But Prith planted it, so.
Well,
Is gonna-
so here's the thing. So, Foxglove, did you see Prith put these under the chairs? Or did he just wrap
I
them?
didn't see him putting them under the chairs.
You
I
did
only
not?
saw the wrapping.
Correct. You saw the entire room getting set up by everyone who was there. You never saw them get put in the room. You just saw them being wrapped.
Oh no. Oh no.
When this is all, once we're out of here, we're gonna make sure Prith thinks about the rabbits as he's looking at the flowers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the problem with that is we're in here and he's outside with every influential person that he could get here.
I want to actually try and pick the door.
Before you do that, I need to know if Voss is going to speak to the spirit in the doll. Or at the same time. I'm fine with that too.
Well, I guess I'll hear what the doll has to say first, and then the reason I want to try and open up the door is to see what dream lies beyond it.
Okay, I get that. So you start speaking to the doll. The spirit comes into existence. You hear a voice. It is speaking in Aklo. Do you understand Aklo?
Fucking what? Oh God, no, I do not have Aklo.
Okay. It repeats this. It repeats the same sentence, you would guess, because you understand structure, a couple of times over.
I'm gonna reply back in Hallow. I don't understand you. Do you know
In Hallow, it would say, "Not dead, not my language."
Isn't Aklo part of? Is it under speech? Hang on a second.
Well, Aklo is also partially Sylvan too.
Mm-hmm. That
It is, but it's not even on the list.
It isn't.
So no, I do not speak it.
There we go.
Like it's not on the.
It's not on the
Ethauntia
Ethauntia language list. I have it's in my hand right now.
Which is bullshit because me being me, I would have fucking taken Aklo had I given the chance.
It doesn't exist here.
I know it doesn't.
I would say it has no Daric accents to what it's speaking. Like you can hear Like the way
Oh.
people would speak pre-sundering.
So before I go to pick the door, I turn and I'm like, and I say in Nodaric, do you understand me?
Better than death speech. Hard to communicate. Too far away.
How about, and I say something in Veritas.
No understand, it says in Hallow. It's broken
So can
Hallow.
we-
Like, it's not even, like, if it was dead, it would just speak Hallow. That's just what happens when you die.
Fake
Can
court,
we
high court.
can we all hear it?
I would say yes, because it was a point redemption. I would say it's in the room.
Okay, and when it's speaking in Aklo, if somebody did speak Sylvan, would they pick up?
You would get
on
pieces
the...
of it just like Nora does for the Nodaric.
With Nodaric.
I speak Sylvan as well.
Right. So you get bits and
Oh,
pieces.
cool,
Yep,
cool.
same thing. Correct.
I guess I come closer. Are you asleep? Are you sleeping now?
No, awake.
Why are you trapped?
Not trapped, communicating.
Are you here to help?
Yes.
Can I do a sense motive to see if they're actually here to help? I know it's gonna be harder.
Sure.
Dude,
It said three words. Are you lying to me? I can't see your face or facial expressions, but the tone in this broken language, I barely know.
It's not that. It's that Prith is the one who assembled it. And we're dreaming. Dreams lie to you.
Oh, everything lies to you in dreams, yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
That's a 37.
Maybe?
Maybe? Okay.
Try Draconic.
It speaks Draconic very well.
Oh, well.
Cool. Talk.
I also speak Draconic.
Right, so...
It speaks it like more than fluently.
Okay, so let's try this again. I say in Draconic, and Boss says in Draconic as well. Are you using this piece to contact us from the waking? The material?
From the depths, yes.
From the depths.
Slumbering, but awake.
From the depths, do you mean in the tides or underground?
I believe. Can't see. Cold.
When you say depths, do you mean underground or underwater or under? He says underwater because, like, depending on how old this thing is, it might think it's underwater. Like
yes.
The depths is like plummeting
yes
into
to both.
the depths.
Sleeping underground, underwater, in the depths.
Who
Cold.
sent you?
It's very
sent you?
cold.
So who sent you to help us?
I don't know.
So I guess what was your... I mean, so how are you supposed to help us? Are we supposed to use you to communicate until we wake up?
I don't know who I'm talking to.
You are talking to Inspector Nora Tenwick.
There's like a brrr that goes off in the room somewhere. I don't know who you are.
Okay, who were you supposed to talk to?
Again, I don't know. Yeah, that noise.
Wow! Amazing.
I don't know who you are. Lillian just got patched a patch in case she needs another one. Bear gave you a patch.
Were you sent by Loretta?
Who is Loretta?
Okay, that doesn't work. Were you
Again,
sent by...
I do not know your name. It is cold where I am. I can hear your conversation. It is soft. Your words are weak.
Boss, I could sit here and listen everyone that I know, but that's going to take forever. Do we just want to bomb out?
I hold
and
the
then talk to
mask.
them?
I hold the mask closer to my face. I'm like, how about now? Is this better? Can you hear me better? No, like literally, like I don't know if it's like a directional thing, like if I was holding it in my hand, but now I'm holding it
still
here, if she can hear
quiet.
me.
The doctor who's being, I'm assuming, restrained by Everston again, or at least held back, goes
As needs it.
goes. She's a cultist and points to Lillian.
Cultist? No. Voss,
That is a
licensed
zealot.
spellcaster.
He's a man of science. He has no magic. I will point that out again.
Feelings hurt.
So you got to put a ring on it so you can take care of those hurt feelings. Get them out of the way.
I use possession.
I'll teach you.
She's not a cultist. She's one of us.
Call
She's a
me a
gravelighter.
I don't. What?
I was.
He doesn't know what
Psycho
gravelighters
pump.
are.
Psycho pump, ferrying spirits. to the
Doctor doesn't
afterlife.
know what gravelighters are.
So they didn't. So when he was working on everything, they didn't tell because he was mad at us for disappearing.
Correct, but he doesn't know.
Okay.
Almost as if he has lost time or
Yeah.
days where he's not aware of things.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So
Cool.
do we?
So cool.
So I say you're the body that the doll that this mask fixes to it. It's been pulled apart. If we put it back together, would that make it easier to?
I don't know. I can't see nor know why I can speak with you. I am assuming the goddess connected us.
Which goddess would that be?
I don't know you enough to trust you.
Anissa's daughter.
Then you know of who it is.
Okay. Then yes, I know of her. Yes.
I would
we've
like to say, what is the
interacted.
intelligence in this party in general? What are your numbers?
I'm a 20.
20.
I don't feel like it right now because I've got
Right.
this ear
Yeah, I
infection
know.
that's getting
20.
worse.
20.
20. Jesus Christ, this is the smartest fucking party I've ever had.
14. There you
That's
have
what I'm
it.
looking for.
There we
What's your
go.
strength, Everston?
42.
Much higher.
Okay.
21.
If you remember, the twins froze the dragon under the water.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, that's why I was like, oh, you're cold. Oh, frozen. So that's why I was like, who sent you? Because I was thinking maybe it was the twins
No.
with the Sylvan.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't sure.
I know,
wasn't sure.
but
That's
no,
why I'm
it is
asking.
definitely not the twins.
Okay. Well,
Fucking
then
twins? Oh my god.
yes,
Okay.
I know who you're talking about. We've met. We've had some encounters.
Then we are allies?
For now, at least, yes. Not to say that anything.
Would you like me to send her to you?
No, because we are trapped in a dream, and I am trying to make sure she doesn't get trapped in a dream again.
I don't understand that. I know what dreams are, obviously. I slumber for
Her
decades, if not longer.
her ex-husband is looking for her,
The
and we are
man in the
trapped.
mask?
Yes, and we are trapped.
I need a will save from Voss.
Baby daddy drama.
I'm trying, you guys.
I know you are.
Cocked.
I believe in you.
I'm going to use my other patch.
Oh, yeah. I'll do that.
Amazing. Rolled a 7, then an 8.
Hey, you know how to count.
It's only a 32.
In the back of the
That's
mask,
your hero point.
it says Dramen Toll, body of Darkane, grandfather to the Lady of the Tides.
Ew. I'm sorry, but that's like what?
That's just what it says on the back of the mask.
What?
Dramen
Not Game
Toll.
of Thrones?
What in the Game of Thrones?
What in the wild, wild world of sports is going on here? Okay, so Dramen Toll, What else?
I'm not saying it again.
Attic bullshit.
Hang on, let me go clip the stream.
He's like, hold on. The grandfather to the Lady of the Tides.
Grandfather Lady of the Tides. But what did it say about the son of Darkane?
Yeah, son of Darkane, grandfather to Lady of the Tides.
Okay.
That's what it says.
What in the Game of Thrones, indeed?
What, man? Game of Thrones. It is not that. I promise you that.
It's back.
Todd was Everston was closer with what he said earlier. Are we trying to wake up? Are we leaving? Are we going to pick the lock to the door? What are we doing?
Well, he said it's almost like he lost time. So I wonder if the doctor is actually has been transposed or brought forth or maybe sent, like...
Sounds like he was shoved forward.
Yeah, plucked out of time.
Like some sort of quantum leap.
Oh my god.
Like maybe the shards
Anyone's watched that?
We may or may not actually have in our possession, but maybe he's tied. Maybe he's actually supposed to be. And I'm just like at this point I'm kind of saying it out loud, but I
Darkane? You can say Darkane out loud?
No. I'm saying I guess I'm talking to Voss because he would be, besides Everston, the person to catch on the most. I'm not going to say it in Hollow. So in Draconic, I'm saying maybe he was supposed to be the one with the lantern for time. And something got screwed up. Maybe that's why the Keeper is looking for him. I don't know if it's worth pursuing now, but it's something to keep in the back of our minds.
Do you have the lantern pieces out, or did you just mention them?
No, I thought Voss pulled the lantern pieces out.
I
thought.
Voss.
I hadn't opened anything. I was gonna go get.
No, those were Everston's.
Yeah, those were Everston's. So that's what I meant. Like, I'm sorry, Everston. I'm not sure if Everston brought those out.
Everston, do you set them down when she says that? Yeah, like, are you guys putting everything on the table essentially?
Yeah, I mentioned it earlier.
I just didn't know if you actually took them out.
Well, so then
I'll take them out now.
Yeah. So
when you set it down, like everything is small to Everston.
Right.
But when he sets them down, they are small to even Nora or Voss.
Okay.
Like how small? Like dowel holder small?
Yes.
Or
I'm
child
gonna break
holder
this damn
small?
thing.
Yes. Dowel holder small.
Are we crafting a miniature lantern for a doll? Is that what we're doing here?
In a dream?
The merchandising?
Yeah, I don't know if we want to do that in a dream or if we want to do it in the waking world.
I think
Grandpappy.
So this is not a 72-year-old grandmother.
Correct.
So am I speaking to what I know? Am I speaking to the spirit in the mask, or is it a conduit to something else?
Conduit. Because you spoke to the grandmother before. It is in there.
Did I ever get her name?
Nope.
Okay.
I have no checkbox next to her name.
Okay.
That is how I determine if people get names or not. I have checkboxes next to names.
All right, well, with everything that we have so far, do we still want to risk opening up or trying to open up the door to see what lies outside of this car? My car.
I mean, I looked outside the shade, but that could easily be. I mean, anything could easily. Here's the problem: if we leave this car, we leave your office.
I'm not saying we leave it. I'm just saying we open it. Otherwise, scratch that and we do the other thing.
Dude, my Discord is blowing up right now.
As I walk over to the table and I put my hand on the satchel that has that ore in it.
I don't know if we know enough to have a conversation yet about it. Or, unless you think we do, by all means, do it.
It's not that. I just don't want our friend here to... Here's the thing. We are already asleep. It is giving more time for those things to chase him.
Right, but if we use that, we'll have 8 hours of...
No, we won't, because we are sleeping.
Right, it gives us more time when we're asleep. When we're awake, it's only 10 minutes.
I'm hoping that by using it, it will force us awake, because you're supposed to set it up. Let me just double check, but I thought you're supposed to set it up, and if you set it up to get the 8 hours of sleep, that's how it worked. And you rolled back up.
I'm hearing all and every offer right now. I'm just waiting. I'm not
Stop
saying
nightmares.
anything. You know what I mean?
Stop
spin the
nightmares
wheel
from
and-
entering someone's dreams. Makes a maze for nightmares to get trapped in. You can use it once per day. You use while awake, you get 10 minutes. Use while you're asleep, you get 8 hours. Okay, works out to 60 feet. Made out of where we're undead slumber or where people have been sleeping. Okay, so either way, boss, either we use it and it wakes us up, or we use it and we get 10 minutes of sleep without nightmares coming after us. So either way,
Either
we
way,
should use it. Because we're either going to get 10 minutes or we're going to get 8 hours.
Let's go.
You pulling it out of the
Takes
bag?
the-
Yep.
Everest, I need you to roll me an athletics check as the doctor dives for it.
Don't be salty because we're trying to give you a good night's sleep, sir.
His eyes light up like he knows what that material is.
Come on, silicone dice. This is my job now.
There's a reason I'm standing in front of it.
0 point. Rolling this 4. 40.
You're happy with that?
I'm
It
gonna
has
have
to
to
be.
be. I
You
spent
spent
a hero point to get that.
Oh, shit. Oh, that was your hero point. He starts to move and he slides down out of your grip. As you catch his wrist, he reaches and you hear popping as he's trying to get a hold of this, like desperately reaching for it, like willing to hurt himself to grab it. And you can feel like the bones separate as he's reaching for this thing to stop.
Stop! You're just
If
making this harder for yourself.
If this happens, we're all dead.
This is here to protect you so they can't find you.
Do you pull it out and set it down and activate it?
Yeah.
All right, so if it's a dream, you get 10 minutes, right?
No, if we're
Sorry,
awake, we get
if you're
10.
awake, you get 10 minutes. If it's a dream,
We get 8.
you get 8 hours.
Yep.
As you pull it out and set it down, there's a light that shines around it once. You see, everyone can see the reflection in it, and it is of all of you sleeping in Tenwick's office. It expands and puts you in your bodies. You get 8 hours of sleep. When you wake
Is he
back
with
up,
us? Okay.
because you got to sleep, because this gives you 8 hours of sleep.
And it's a
Yep.
60-foot radius.
That means you all get to pick your spells. And I would need perception checks from everybody before you memorize your spells. Go to sleep, Serving Hand
Is this-
says.
Please go the
Is
fuck
this
to sleep.
perception for perception or perception for initiative?
Perception for initiative.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. These dice.
So
Guess I should have used the Ethauntia dice.
we activate just in time. We get 8 hours of
I get
sleep.
a +2
Yeah.
initiative.
Okay. So really what this ore does is it releases nap time.
Kind of, yeah, it does. But it
kinda like
it
chloroform.
shunts your
This is
dream
chloroform.
self back to your body. That's the big part.
Okay.
It just happens that you're in
Uh,
the same space as your bodies.
I'll take the 42.
Okay, 42. By everybody else. This is for initiative.
Yeah, I rolled
38.
almost minimal. So, math is fun.
28 for me.
I'm gonna write
29.
these down. So Nora gets a 42.
Yep.
Okay. Everston, what was yours?
29.
You broke up for me there. What was that?
29.
29. Okay. Foxglove?
38.
Okay. And Voss?
28.
Are any of you spending a hero point to re-roll that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Although I'm not gonna have any. I'm not gonna have any fucking spells. So
You get 8 hours of rest, and I said you'll get to have your spells.
Yeah, you get to memorize them, but
You'll
then
get
you
to
need
memorize
to
your
roll.
spells because that's something the orb allows.
Yeah, so but then you need to
okay.
roll perception for go time.
yeah, it's a 34 with the reroll.
Anybody else doing that?
No, because I feel
I mean, yours
okay-ish
is
with my
great.
42.
Everston, are you going to do that?
I think
You're the lowest at 29.
Yeah, I want to be able to protect my friends. I want to go before them. So I am going to spend a hero point, another hero point, to reroll initiative. I can't believe I have to do this. All right, rolling now. Well, it's a little bit better. That puts it to 36.
It's better. All right. A couple things that happen here. You 36, you said, right? All right. As you all get your 8 hours of slumber, it moves quickly for all of you because you're sleeping. You see everything around you get built and formed. You see dead bodies stack up in like a time lapse around you of victims that are being used. There is scrawlings around the floor and carving that's happening in fast forward. You see Prith, but the 42 for perception, it is not Prith. It is someone in an illusion doing the work and carving and doing everything. It is not Prith.
okay.
Laying next to Lillian is the doctor,
No.
missing his legs and his arms.
Fuck.
And as you're waking up, as they're pulling the front of the guy's face off, you can see whoever the person is that looks like Prith right now holding the doctor's face in one hand and jamming something into his skull with his other hand. And I'll cut us there for our combat for our next show.
You can't put
Okay.
a ring on it if he doesn't have arms.
It's
Oh,
true.
we've got the arms.
It's true. You do have the.
We've
You
got
know
all
what?
of it. We just
Boss,
got
you're
them
not
together.
wrong. You do have.
We have
them.
the legs and the arms and the head
Mhm.
and the mask.
Correct. Kristoff is not in the room. You don't see Lysynthia anywhere. That doesn't mean that they're not slumbering somewhere. They're just not in the room with you.
Well, hopefully, if Kristoff was involved in that, then he wakes up wherever he was.
I do need to know if Nora's office has the shutters open or closed in the office usually.
I think she normally has them closed,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Then you can't see outside. Okay. Just I could have gave you a little bit more info, but not to start. All right. Shutters are closed. Next Tuesday, we start our big combat that I have prepped. I have 3 pages of plot webs for this episode alone, with page numbers back to shit in the book to look at. You got most of it, but you missed a few pieces, but I think it's only because you decided to get the fuck out of Dodge. Otherwise, you would have came to some conclusions on stuff.
I think.
Oh, I feel like
this
if we
episode
waited
was a
any
huge
longer,
success.
we would have had a much bigger issue.
A huge success,
so who
what,
knows?
Todd? It was a huge success,
I,
what?
s- I said I think this episode was a huge success for Eric and a failure on our part because whenever he preps, we always fuck it up for him.
Yes,
and we
I
didn't
know.
do it
I'm
this
so
time.
excited. My prep worked. I have some fun clues. I will say some stuff now. There are some things that happened in previous episode, and in this episode that let you guys. I had some perception checks you made and some will saves that you made that I said you don't notice anything. Some of those were failures. You didn't hit the DC on some of that stuff, but when you went into the train car and everything went together quickly, because you guys arrived sooner out of the dream than the people who were preparing all this stuff expected, they had to hastily craft the last part of your dream, and they used Prith as the kind of conduit for it all because it's the one person you all don't know that well. With that said, that means there's somebody who has a good idea of who you all are and what's going on. It's either Darkane, the Lady of the Tide, someone who works for you. They're not really a spy, just memories have been pulled from them. I don't want to say there's no two-faced spy or anything like that. I will say that now. There's none of that shit. It is like a dream or a nightmare or something has been pulled from you guys that is building this part. But the relation between the dragons and you guys pulling that out, I wasn't really expecting that part. And fuck the 5,000 points spent in chat so you guys could speak with souls. I was really trying to get around that because I made sure everybody on that dinner table was alive, so Voss couldn't do that. With that said, 17 people in the city have died. Some of them are important.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. So with that, hey everybody, fun episode. Lots of combat for everyone. Next week, get your spells ready. I'm giving you a place to do it.
My spells are ready.
All inside of Tenwick's office, so don't destroy it too much because there's important, valuable notes in there. Fireball was to go off.
I think with my initiative 42, I'm like, don't destroy anything because my fucking office is a fucking crime scene.
With that said, hey, Foxglove, what do you got going on? I see you guys had Lady of D&D on tonight. You got any new shows? Anything fun coming up?
Yeah, it looks like they're actually still going, question mark, which is very surprising because it's late. Anyways, hey, you guys can catch me over on Ladies of D&D tomorrow night at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the really, guys, this is the last finale of our Halloween one-shot.
I don't believe that. That one shot has been like a 5-shot.
This is going to be the third. I was sick last
It's going to be a
week,
5-shot.
No, it's done. It's
5
done.
It's going to be 5-shot.
We're going to TPK. If it looks like it's going to go, it's just going to be like, hey, guess what?
You're
just
all
like
dead.
Lillian can't count how many ex-husbands she has, I don't think you know how many shows it's going to be.
Fun fact, I don't even know how to count. And then on Thursday, you can catch us over on Ladies of D&D at 5:30 Eastern for Home Brewery. Vanessa and I are going to sit down, and we're actually going to switch things up and work on some of the homebrew backgrounds.
Sweet.
So that should be fun. And then on Sunday, we are back with Outsiders in Ambrica. Just kidding, it's off this week because it's the third Sunday.
All right. Todd, you finished all of October's art.
Yeah, you did.
All of it got done. What are you going to do for November and December? Are we going to get nothing but Christmas cards?
Rest my wrist.
Are you going to get us some t-shirts or stickers or something out of all those pieces?
If I was a smart and plan ahead type of person, I would have had that all set to go on November 1st, but
Hey man, sometimes you need a break.
But it just fall apart.
But you got November to make them for December.
Todd,
I suppose.
Christmas ornaments?
No, if you're going to do stickers, you need to make to and from labels.
Oh my
Lord. Todd, what if you made minis and got them like enamel mini guys, and you could make an advent calendar?
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
well, you get right on that. That's a lot of work.
You want to a venture capitalist?
You want to do it for me?
I will go rob a Wendy's and give you the money.
Well, I hate to tell you this, fast food doesn't make the money it
this is a
used
Wendy's-
to.
Oh, that was your plan. Okay.
Kelly, do you have another vampire game coming up on Saturday?
Yes, we are playing Vampire the Masquerade on Ladies of D&D at 11 o'clock in the morning Central Time.
Just want to talk about the irony that
Perfect
you play
vampire
vampire in the
time.
middle of the day.
Facts.
It's probably not the middle of the day for your GM, but
No, probably not. But yeah, I don't know how it's gonna go. A vampire that let themselves get executed has come back, and my character's kind of done with it. Like, hey man, can I just fly back to America now? So we'll see what happens.
House husbando the rest of your career.
Yes.
And Drew, I know you got a little bit of is HelloFresh done for you? You got any more going on?
It has like a day left, less than a day probably. Let's see where's it at. Speaking of though, I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody who's in chat right now knows what the hell I've been doing with this thing. But if anyone has ever wanted to use HelloFresh or try it out, I have a code. Well, I have a link for you, and I have a code that will give you 65. I have 18 hours left on it. Okay. 65% off the first box and free shipping of the first box. And it helps me out greatly. So there's the link. There's the code. If you know of anybody that would want to use this, copy paste that bitch to them, and tell them to buy some food. It's actually it's like
get yourself some fucking food, kid.
Buy some fucking food. It's the most lucrative thing or sponsorship that Stream Elements has put out for us to use, because it's like no lie, it's $125 a pop for sending leads, pretty much is what it would be. But yeah, so there's that. I'm looking to do Artisan Industry on Thursday. My buddy Matt might be a guest. He was the production manager. Well, he was the assistant production manager at the Goodman in Chicago.
Oh, cool.
For a bunch of years. And then he was the actual production manager out here at South Coast Repertory. And now he works at USC, and he is their production manager. So if he's able to come on, we're going to talk the ins and outs of running a theater and what that means and everything that is entailed with that. And
spooky games
that night. Spooky games.
Ghostbusters?
Probably Ghostbusters. I
I
still haven't fought the nun on Ghost Watchers yet, so I want to do that.
With that said, wave bye, everybody.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah. It's an Ethauntia minute. But before the Ethauntia minute, we'll be on tomorrow for Seek and Destroy on Norse Foundry. If you want to win the dice box, the Hellraiser box, that'll be Thursday at 12. But I have two things. One, thank you everybody for all the cards played tonight. We're super close to our marathon. The dice boxes are up to purchase right now. The dice are extended through the end of the month in case you missed them. You want some gorgeous handcrafted dice, I will put those in chat for you. But I am happy because Total Party Kill Games, which I'm the art director for, our book came out. If you are a 5e fan and you want new options for players and GMs, it even has gold foiled edging. Super gorgeous. The hardbacks are out, and you can also get a hold of the PDF right now. I'm proud of it. The team did amazingly. But we will be back next week, obviously for Ethauntia, and I would like to say I don't know how the party's going to do. This is going to be a very big fight, and they did not put the doll together before they came here, and that was a pivotal piece of help they needed. But hey, maybe they'll survive. Probably not. I rolled a 51 for my perception for half of the group, and I rolled a 32 for the other half of the problems that they have to deal with. So I have something that goes first and stuff that goes afterwards, and this was called From the Grave for the episode. Every victim card that has been played and everyone who has died from it has been resurrected or raised from the dead. And that is every dead person that has ever died due to a victim card. And they're all outside of the train car. So Todd, Everson better get his Gatling gun of ever-ready arsenals good to go, because it's going to be a big combat next week. Nope, you can't. The windows are shut. He's saying he's going to cast Fireball. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We'll be back next week. I don't think we have anyone to raid, but I'm going to double check before I leave because I always say we're leaving, and then there's someone we're going to raid. They're done. I don't have that on mine. I have Perception. I do. Oh, I lied. We're going to go see Ladies of D&D. I don't know what they're playing right now, but I'm gonna start the raid. Let's go say hi, bomb them with all of our lovely emotes. Thank you to all the people who resubscribe, our stream loots people, those who have bought dices and boxes for the month. Bye everybody, we will see you next week. Have a good one. Thank you for watching tonight, and remember everybody, the tides will find you. Good night.